Alrighty, folks, we're back with more Halloween goodness. This time it's a mishmash of people, so let's get through it and individually tell me where you're from. So starting at the top with AJ.
Hey, it's me. It's AJ. You may know me from this stream. This channel, I mean. But also, I am the DM and host of Pretending with Dice. I feel real dumb doing this video thing now that I've done it.
Embrace it, AJ, embrace it.
Yeah, embrace the weirdness. There we go, I'm back. But yeah, you can check us out at pretendingwithdice.com. We also play tabletop RPGs. And our next D&D storyline is starting this Thursday, and Lupine is going to be in it. And I don't know if I'm pointing the right way, because I just realized that Discord flips my camera. Yeah, there we go, that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well,
yeah, check it out.
On that note, Lupine.
Hi, I'm Lupine. You might have heard me on the Lovecraft Tapes podcast, and I am around. I'm on Pretending with Dice with AJ. Yeah.
That way.
This week.
Other way.
That way.
There we go.
My brain is awake.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the point. AJ, who are you playing tonight? You didn't tell us.
Oh, I didn't. You're right. You didn't ask me, to be fair.
I said, who are you, what are you playing tonight, and where are you from, and who are you playing tonight?
I can't be expected to pay attention to all these things.
I mean, it's not
I'm
like it's your
playing-
first. It's not like it's your first year of this, AJ. I mean, it's
you
not
know,
like you've been
been a
here
whole
all
year.
6 years before.
Look, this is my first one. I'm playing HTTP : Internet Mogul.
Internet mogul. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, Internet Captain of Industry, old-timey Captain of Industry.
Ooh.
I don't want to. He's not like a sort of weirdo like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk type. He's like a moustache-twirling railway magnate, but for the internet.
I see.
That's what I'm playing.
Nice.
Right, and Lupine, who are you playing?
Oh, I am playing Ravani, who is a tiefling, and I wear a really big dark, cloak with a hood, so you can't tell pretty much anything about me. And yeah, I'm really smart, and I think I'm like hot shit, and I'm probably not.
Fair enough. All right, let's try and get this both at the same time. Who are you? Where are you from? And what are you playing tonight? Crymson.
Hey everybody, I'm Crymson Pleasure. I'm the founder of Real Women Gaming, who is doing a charity event this week. To Hell and Back for charity. You should go give us money for that. And I stream on my own time, and I do lots of stuff and things. This is my first Penance game.
Ooh.
Right? Yeah, I don't think I've been in a game here before. Anyway, but yeah, I do stuff and things, and I'm playing Zestra, and nobody understands me. I am a drow. That's all you get.
Right, fair enough. And finally, we have Sharona.
Hello there. I'm Sharona. I have been listening to Penance RPG for literally years. I have watched all of the Halloween specials. And this is the first time I am actively participating, and I'm excited. I am playing Tasia, a satyr, and she is clippity-clopping her way into the hearts of everyone she meets.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that is our players. Once I have loaded this final thing up in the background, so I have the list of things. There we go. Let us begin. So, as with every single Penance Halloween special we've ever done, you have responded to work from something you've found on the wall of a tavern. And as you are all awaiting around this this general inn, a door from one of the back rooms opens, and a man in a quite obvious butler finery walks out and goes, His Lordship the Honourable Fabius Vincenzo Cassiano Matteus Conforti III, Admiral of the Order, Protector of the Realm, Personal Huntsman to the King's Kitchen, Highest Bishop of the Divine Lady, Recognised Seventh in Line to the Throne of Duskanov, Master of Wit, Wisdom and Wholesome Living, Father of Fabius Vincenzo Cassiano Matteus Conforti IV, the soon-to-be uncontested king of all of Duskanoff, bids you enter his illustrious chamber. Shoes off on entry, please.
What do you do?
I order a cocktail.
The
I'm
barman,
not wearing shoes.
the barman gives you a weird look, AJ, and so goes, what's this you're after?
I'll have I guess I'll have a screwdriver.
He looks around behind the bar. He goes, I've got this flat bit of metal, will that do?
Sir, you are uncouth and uneducated, and I will not be perusing your bar any further. Good day, sir.
He reacts like he's been verbally slapped in the face.
Good.
So, what
I guess I follow the butler.
are you removing your shoes, AJ?
No, a gentleman does not remove his shoes in a uncouth establishment such as this.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I am going to follow the butler, but I want to like huff and roll my eyes as if it's. I'm only following you because we're supposed to. I'm not following you because I want to.
All right. Crymson?
So I look down at my feet, and no, yeah, no, I won't be doing that. Thanks for asking.
Okay, the butler's logs has walked back inside. He's announced shoes off, but he's not paying attention to it.
Okay, then I just follow him wherever it is we were supposed to go.
Okay. And Sharona?
Well, I'm not wearing shoes, so I can't take them off.
Fair enough then. So as you follow the butler inside, you come into quite a large room, and immediately there's quite a strong smell of very heavy salted cheese. And as you sort of come into this vast room, you see this gigantic table with this huge mass of food upon it, like hundreds of little plates of food and stuff. And behind it is this gigantic blob of a man, just sort of hunched over the table, and you hear the sound of something shoveling food into their face. The butler walks around the table and sort of stands next to the man and goes, and a head pops up from the blob, covered in grease and bits of like meat stuck to his beard. He goes, ow. So you're here to work for me, yeah?
You didn't need to call me out with a whole one shot.
He was eating meat, AJ. You don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, sir. I prefer work with. I don't work for anybody.
He doesn't seem to even be paying attention. He just leans over and grabs a goblet of wine and starts guzzling it really quickly. Anyone else having a reaction?
Gelatinous cube? I said, is that a gelatinous cube? I've heard of them. I've never seen one in person. I thought they were transparent, though.
They usually are.
At this point, he sort of just guzzles the wine and starts again, just grabbing handfuls of food and just smashing it into his face. He goes, "Good, Jessup, pay them." At this point, the butler turns to move towards round you. Then you hear this, and he looks down, and the blob is going quite pink in the face, and he goes, "Oh, sir." He reaches into his coat and pulls out a small bell, and it rings it. The three large burly men come bursting through the door. Between the three of them, they do a sort of combined Heimlich maneuver to him, and this massive bone of chicken just flies out of his mouth onto the table.
Jessup, no solid food, I've told you. Quite, sir, quite.
Puts the bell back in his pocket. walks around the table towards you as you just hear the sound of this guzzling continue. He goes,
Actively in the corner trying not to throw up.
I light a cigar to try and cover some of the stench,
fair.
and also because it's kind of what my character. He smokes cigars, I guess. I don't have any props to hand.
Okay. So the butler walks back around and he goes,
His lordship would like you to return his wife and child to him. They have eloped to this island of Mheruath. He would very much like you to retrieve these people and bring them back to us.
Are we sure he hasn't eaten them?
Oh, I'm very sure of his. I saw her ladyship only a couple of days ago when she left. She gave me a letter to give to his lordship. It told her that they're leaving for this island of Mheruath. They want to see this faith healer fellow who seems to be there.
Did she say anything else to you before she left? Some kind of clue towards her motivations in this endeavor?
Well, she said that she couldn't live in sin any longer.
Well, that's a noble goal.
Well, the problem is she's taken the young master with her, and well, you know the social standing of his lordship. You can't just take an heir out of the kingdom.
Oh, but of course, no. I myself am accustomed to that similar level of social standing. I puff my cigar. I'm not just doing like a... I really need a prop for this.
Vonnie's looking.
Cubes have children?
Oh, his lordship's the young heir is about 7 or 8. This is back when his lordship. He sort of turns and looks quietly towards the sort of still slightly guzzling mess. Goes, could perform more adequately.
All right, now she throws up.
Yeah, he's totally disgusting. I can't believe he can even, like, oh my god. Oh.
It sounds like it can't.
Oh, believe me, his lordship still can. It just requires me to bring the men with the pulleys.
No.
I don't need to know that. Don't
You're
need to know that.
His lordship is a job creator. Is that what you...
Oh, of course.
Backbone of the
Well, I
economy.
mean, you have no idea how much we have to pay the 3 men with pulleys. We go through quite a lot of them.
Well,
This
trust
may
me,
be the first
I
time-
have some clue about how hard it is to get good help these days.
This may be the first time in my entire life that I don't want to hear about the carnal pleasures of someone. Can we please go?
This is not the smut I ordered. Can we leave now?
This is
Can
the
we
this is the
just
smut from
take the
which they've
job
come.
just to get away from him?
Yeah,
Oh my god, let's just get out of this room. Okay, fine.
He puts his hands in his pocket and he pulls out another small bell and rings, and another servant comes out carrying a large bag of gold, and he goes,
How does he keep
Thank
track
you.
of all the bells?
But by the pitch.
he takes the bag from him and hands it and just drops it on the floor in front of him. He says,
That is your payment for returning Lady Catherine and the young master.
Well, this is half, and we get the other half upon delivery, correct?
If that's what it takes, yes.
This is acceptable, I guess. I mean, as long as we get out of this room.
Well, your ship will leave first thing in the morning. Is there any other questions you have?
Nope.
No, not right now. If anything else occurs to me, I can simply ask Jeeves, my own butler.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
god, you have a butler?
I appear to have misplaced him recently. But I'm sure he will turn up. He always
He didn't
appears
seem
at the
to
most
survive the
opportune
Millennium
moment.
Bug, I'm afraid.
Yes, yeah, it's going around.
Why am I
That's
falling
too
into this
bad.
already, AJ? So he
I'm here to make your life difficult, sir.
So you take the money from him. He walks around the things. At this point, the giant blob is snoring loudly inside a quite large lump of pig. He goes, Sir, they've agreed to go and refit Lady Catherine. I shouldn't leave him like this. And he picks up a stick and starts poking him in the side, and you get why does he close up?
Sir, they have agreed to go and fetch Lady Catherine.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. This demands a celebration. You know what I need.
Oh, sir, I'm not tiring them again. They were very sick after last time.
Do it, Jessup.
Oh, very well, sir.
As his poor butler goes to the back door, you all leave the hall area and return into the inn. You have a relatively decent night's sleep, and the next morning you head down to the docks. And as you arrive in the docks looking for your ship, you hear you hear someone going, "You, sir, in the finest cut and cigars, you, sir, need salvation." He points at AJ.
I do not doubt it, good sir. But
Well, I have all the answers you could ever want. Just come with this. Come to the Isle of Mheruath. You will find all your answers, and you will be saved forevermore, sir.
well, that actually does happen to be our particular destination today.
Oh, wonderful, sir, wonderful. Have you made a donation to the cause?
I prefer to donate privately.
Oh, I see, sir. I see.
That's right. I need to be able to write it off on my taxes, you see.
Oh, what's a shepherd's a naughty substance, sir? Can't be doing that. Don't you live in sin, sir?
Well,
Is there any
living
other way?
in sin kind of sounds fun. Like,
I can assure you it is.
Well, what kind of sin are we talking about?
He just sort of looks a little confused, then goes, "Well, would you like a pamphlet?"
well,
No.
I guess you could give us the pamphlet, and then we could do everything that it says not to,
Well,
so that we know
that
how to.
that could be
live in sin.
counterintuitive, will it not?
I love the way you think.
Yeah,
we'll take
so-
pamphlets.
So
take all
here,
of them.
here come the pamphlet.
All of the pamphlets.
Okay. He quite sort of confusedly offers one to you, and you take a big bunch off of him, and he goes kind of like, but the people need to see. They need to know to not be in sin.
Oh, they're going to see.
Are we? Wait, are we at the docks?
You are, yes.
Okay. And he has more pamphlets?
He does.
Okay. I'm going to grab them and then I'm going to throw them into the water and then walk away.
Okay. So you grab his pamphlets, you throw them in the water, and he goes, "Well, I suppose they're seeing now. I better go and get some more." And he sort of trods off into the distance as you all find your boat. You,
I admire him for his attempt at a pun there, but I feel like it didn't land so much as sea.
It sort
I
of
appear to
sank,
have-
didn't it?
Fallen into the same trap as he did.
I roll my eyes at AJ's character. Wait, what is it? What is it? HTTP?
HTTP : Internet mogul.
What is this here internet you're talking about?
It's a series of tubes.
Ew, tubes?
Surely it's the wire netting found inside these wonderful trousers.
I don't want to go in there. Ew.
So anyway, you find your boat, and all of you sort of settle down for this journey. And after around 3 days of travel, you hear the call of land ho from the crow's nest. You make your way to the top deck and you look out the side. You see this small island with this massive lighthouse in the middle of it. And all around the edges of this island are these huge, sharp, jaggy rocks, and there's already a couple of ships that have broken upon them. But as you make your way around the edge of the coast and pull into the sort of reasonably sized docks and join this massive queue of people who are all sort of debarking from the ship, you eventually walk through all the way through the queue and get to the end with this massive table where there's a dwarf and an elf. And as you approach, you hear a, "Hello, I'm Nigel, and this is Norman. We're here to ask you for donation to our cause. Can I help? Would you like to donate to poorer people?"
Poro people? What are poorer people?
Poorer people, you know, people who don't have as much as we do.
I'm going to give him one of the pamphlets. And I'm also going to
this
take
is
one of
wonderful.
the
We can
strings
we can use
beads off
this.
of my neck and give that to him.
Oh, we can use this very much, thank you. We'll put it all in the box. Isn't that right, Norman? And this elf just sort of narrows his eyes at all of you and goes, Are you sure you all need that equipment? I mean, the poor could very much benefit from it.
What equipment? I travel light because that's really cool. Like, what do you want?
Well, you know, all those, Nigel, help me out here.
What Norman is trying to say is that, you know, hats and cloaks and boots and shoes, all of them can go to the poor. You don't always need those.
Sir, are you trying to get us to strip naked?
Oh no,
that is not
I
the kind
wouldn't
of
be like
entertainment
that.
we're
Norman
here for.
might though. He's a bit of a kinky elf, is Norman. And the elf next to us is looking, going,
I'm not such thing of the sort, Nigel.
I'm not gonna give you my cloak. You don't get to. No, ew.
It's quite the request you've made of us here. If we've only just arrived on this island, you're trying to take away our hard-earned possessions. And...
Well, it's not so much that we're trying to take it away, as it's kind of, well, you know, you don't really need it here. You know, salvation awaits and all that. We've heard that. But you can help with it, you know. We've got 6 ships leaving today.
Well, see, you must have us mistaken for somebody else, because we are definitely not here for the salvation. We're just here for an 8-year-old boy and his mother. You guys can have all of your own salvation. We won't be taking any of that with us. Thanks.
All right, well...
Salvation is so not cool.
All right, well, you know, if you change your mind, we'll be at the docks. You start walking your way away and see this. Eventually, as you begin to get far away, you just get,
Why did you have to say that to them? They all looked at me like I'm some kind of pervert.
No, man, get off your high horse.
I call back to them. I'm not here to judge, sirs, provided you pay your internet connectivity bill or whatever, however the money comes into my account. Just look, keep flying that freak flag, sir, and I'll see you online.
Your freak flag? What are you talking about?
Well, whatever you look. I can't hear you. We're walking further away at every moment. Perhaps you could send an electronic mail message to me by the nearest postal carrier.
Again, you're just leaving them more and more confused as you get further away, but then you notice more people...
Tasha actually stops, turns around, runs back, kisses the elf, tells him where he can find her, and then rejoins the party.
Oh, Norman, you're in there?
Ew, Tisha, are you gonna, like, ew, gross.
Hey, we don't kink shame.
Why?
We don't kink shame. She
Why
can
not?
get her nasty old Salvation Elf if she wants to.
So, we are in
Hey.
we are in the first time slot.
Salvation elves are better than gelatinous cubes. All I'm gonna say.
They are.
That would be a perfect T-shirt if we ever could sell any T-shirts. Right, so your first choice of time slot are you can stay at the docks with all these new joining people. You can go to the lighthouse where it looks like there is a bunch of people in robes talking outside of it, or you can go to the town square where there is a sort of an obvious, quite a large gathering of people. Where would you like to go?
It has been several days apparently since our charge came here. I doubt that they are still at the docks at this moment. Perhaps we should seek out these other gatherings. His voice is going to wander somewhat throughout the one shot, I feel. Already going a bit cowboy. Not on purpose.
I wouldn't
Has
have
a
noticed.
Colonel Sanders feel.
Oh, God. Never again.
Perhaps we should head to the town square.
That's probably where all the cool people are. So yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Town square. Okay. So you follow the main road that leads over the island. After about another 20-30 minutes, you reach the town square. It's a sort of somewhat bustling area that's full of a lot of people. You see there are several sort of buildings throughout the town square itself. There's an inn, there's a blacksmith, there's a bakery, there's a fishmonger, a general trader, and quite a large stables. And outside the inn is a massive queue of people who look all like they're there with bags and stuff trying to get a place at the inn. There's just loads and loads of people just wandering around this area. This is just evening at this stage. And as you sort of get to town square, you see a tabaxi running out of the inn, frantically looking around, then running over to the blacksmith and having a deep, serious conversation with them. What would you like to do?
It looks like something fun is happening over there. So I'm gonna go see if I can hear what they're saying.
All right.
Eavesdropping on the tabaxi sounds like a brilliant plan.
All right. So you walk over to next to the tabaxi and the blacksmith, and you hear a. Look, it's very simple. You just open your house. I'll help you divide it up into lots and lots of pieces, and then we get people from over there to pay you to live there. You don't have to move or anything. You can just keep one room to yourself, and we'll sell the rest of them. Imagine 1 gold per person you can get here. Imagine all the gold you'd make, and that's per day. You'd make fortune. I don't know if I like the idea of fitting my house out with strangers. They're not strangers. We'll introduce you to them before they move in. Yeah? See? Huh? Remember, my inn is completely full now. I can't really add any more rooms. But your house, we could split the money 50-50. And you'd get so much money. And I'd get so much more money. And then we'd all be rich. Yes. I don't really know if this is an idea I want to go. Well, I'm asking you first. You get my best deal. Otherwise, I go to someone else and they'll get a better deal. You'll get a bad one. You've got to listen to me. What do you want to do?
I turn to the others. I've heard of this. This gentleman is trying to sign someone up to Airbnb.
Like a bed and breakfast?
Yes, but if more ephemeral, one day it could be there, next day it could be a completely empty building with no furniture in, and yet these people are forced to book it anyway under the assumption that it's going to be a nice place to stay for the week. It's a very big money maker these days.
I thought when you
how
said
do you get into the clouds to get in there?
Well, I don't. I'm more of an ideas man rather than a practicalities professional.
Why is it called an Airbnb? If it's on the ground, shouldn't it just be a B&B like everything else?
Look, your guess is as good as mine. I don't work in the marketing department.
Yeah, is it like floating?
I don't
It
know.
could be. I'm presuming that would definitely, be something that certain customers were looking for and be maybe willing to pay more for, some kind of levitating accommodation.
Oh, what if you get motion sick?
Wait, what if it's like like filled with air?
That could be it too. Everybody loves air. Why not pay for it for a weekend with a
No,
place
I
to
mean,
stay at the same time,
like inflated, like it's big.
like
Wait,
a bouncy castle?
So like a bouncy castle?
Yes,
Oh my god, that would be so cool.
that would be the best place to stay.
Sounds like a very terrible idea.
I'm gonna
never
go
be
up-
able to sleep.
Up to so wait, the tabaxi is speaking to an elf, you said? Okay.
And
So I'm gonna go
he's
up
speaking
to
to a human.
okay. I'm gonna go up to them and I'm gonna turn to the human and be like, wait, do you have a bouncy castle?
A what? A
You're
castle? Oh no, I
You're
don't have
talking-
a castle.
but is it bouncy? Is your house
Oh,
bouncy?
I mean, the missus always used to have fun, if that counts.
This is going in a direction I don't like again.
At this point,
Although
the tabaxi familiar goes, see, they want to have fun, and they can have fun if you have this magical, if you let me solve this, we can put some springs or something in. Yes, springs. Do you sell springs? Do you make them even? You're a blacksmith, you must make springs.
What?
Yeah, yes, springs. We could put springs in the floor and then everyone can bounce around. That's a wonderful idea. Why didn't I think of this before? Yes,
Yeah,
make
but
me some springs.
It would be. I don't know if you would be able to go in the bouncy castle because you may have very sharp claws and you may puncture it and then it would deflate and then we wouldn't bounce anymore.
That does seem to be something that would potentially ruin the experience for the end user.
such a bummer.
Nobody wants a flaccid bouncy castle.
Hey, do you have a kid and his mom staying in your inn?
Oh, me. Well, I suppose if you particularly look for that kind of thing, then maybe I could provide you with it. If I was to just have something to jog my memory. Oh, holds his hand up to Archie.
Or you could just jog your memory real quick and let us know if there is a mother and her 7 or 8-year-old son staying at your inn.
Oh, well, I mean, I have a lot of people staying in my inn. I mean, if only there was something to try and help my memory, maybe something small and round and gold that might fit in my hand.
I would like to
My
hand
best?
him a ball bearing.
Okay. He takes the ball bearing and goes,
Like
well,
small and round. Like it's silver, not gold, sorry.
well, I suppose it's something. He stuffs it in his pocket. And he goes, right, well, as far as I know, I have several women with young children staying in the inn, yes. I don't know any of their names, but I know that they are all there.
This would be a woman of noble bearing, of high social standing. The young boy himself is, I think, some kind of heir to a kingdom. There was a lot of names being thrown around at the time, and I was preoccupied with my parched thirst of not being able to acquire a screwdriver.
And at this point, he goes, oh, well, I've got a screwdriver. I'll sell you if you want. Just a couple of gold, no problem. I can get it for you.
And
Just
that's
you,
expensive for just a vodka and orange juice.
or what? I was meaning the one from my tool belt. That'll
course
be
you
one.
were. You simpleton. You base fool.
Oh, well, if you're going to be name-calling, then I'll bid you adieu, my friend.
Well, hold on, sir. I pull out a small coin. There you go. We have trouble, but we may have some more questions.
Oh, well, if this is the kind of payment I get, then I suppose I can... He just flicks it through his fingers as he's talking to you. I suppose I could easily answer a few more questions. Yeah, you just tell me whatever your answer. Petal's the name, of course. You just ask me for anything, I'll find you out.
Petal, did you say?
Yeah, Petal, you know, flower. My mother was a crazy.
Petal, the innkeeper.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's me.
Very well. But perhaps we could meet some of your residents. That's not the term I'm looking for.
Oh, well, you can meet any of my residents you like. You know, I mean, if there's anyone particular you're looking for, again, I'm just more than happy to have a little. If anyone
We've
wants
already told you who we're looking for.
Oh no, you asked me a simple question, gentlemen, sir. You asked me, do you have any women with young children staying there? And I told you an answer. The answer was yes.
And then I said we are looking for. I've described quite plainly the particular people we were looking for.
Oh,
and then
well, I see. I suppose you did give me this shiny coin.
I did. It's a bit cool.
I will go and check in my establishment and
fluctuates.
see what I can find of anyone looking more of the richer pursuit.
Well, thank you kindly.
And he gently bows to you a little bit and walks back into the inn.
The joke's on him. That coin is practically worthless in this day and age. I don't say that to him. I say
Have you got the monotone problem that you just monotone all your...
monologue.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, I
don't
think I said that to my
understand.
companions.
Anything that comes out of your mouth. At all. It's like you're speaking a different language.
I have a green owl friend who might be able to help you with that.
Green owl?
A green owl?
The bird from Duolingo is a green owl, and I thought that was a wider reference. That I'm gonna be honest, I thought the joke would land a little bit better. Maybe we should move on.
I've never seen a green owl. Seen white
I've
owls.
seen a green owl either.
He's
Brown
wondrous.
owls.
He can teach you all kinds of different new languages, including, for some reason, Klingon.
What?
What's a Klingon?
Not much. What's a Klingon with you?
See, this is why I stab people.
I will say AJ has a habit of being stabbed by people on these things.
It does happen a lot, yeah.
I'm sorry, he apologized to me before everybody came in.
I
so.
did apologize for the character before we started.
He apologized to me last night too.
All right.
Perhaps we should move on.
So, are you doing anything else in the town square while while the innkeeper's away checking for you?
Yes, so Zestra is going to like walk around a little bit before we head off, and she's like itchy fingers. She'll pick things up from people. Unfortunately, she doesn't steal the expensive, shiny, worthwhile things. She always manages to end up with like things that nobody else would want but the person who has them.
I see. So, situationally useful things. I see.
That is convenient, actually.
I mean, well, typically not useful. I mean, she has like a random like marble in her pocket, and some lint and like
I'll lock it
wind
with a
up.
picture of somebody else's grandmother.
Yeah, like the wind up part of a toy, but not the toy, just the wind up part. Like
You can
that's
have
the
as
shit
many
in
of
her
those
pockets.
keys as you need. Yeah.
I get you. All right. So you wander around the crowd. You end up with a couple of very small, useless knickknacks. Nothing too even interesting, even for you. But as you're wandering around, you come to a very hastily built stage. And in front of the hastily built stage seems to be a man brewing a large pot of soup with a gigantic cauldron. And he seems to be chopping mushrooms and throwing them in it. And as you approach, he goes, "All right, would you like some soup?"
What kind of soup?
Cave mushroom.
Mushroom soup?
Yeah. Goes round a treat. Especially good for the anxiety.
How are mushrooms good for anxiety?
Well, it calms you down.
Can I look at the mushrooms that he is tossing in and see if I can identify?
Mm-hmm. If you roll... What could we probably roll for that? Foraging?
I mean, I like mushrooms.
I have foraging, I have arcana,
Roll,
or nature.
roll foraging.
Okay. 13.
Team, you recognise most of these as rather sort of staple from growing in most cave mushrooms. Some of them you are very familiar are used in like sort of holistic medicine, effectively. For like they're used as like sort of common, you know. Oh, this one, the one you notice is good for like, you know, if you get like some sort of like stomach cramps and stuff like that. A couple of them are good for just generally relaxation, as it were. There's one or two you don't recognise as well, but for the most part you seem to recognise that a lot of these will definitely do something if ingested.
So it's medicinal soup.
Somewhat. It's
Well, okay, I could see how that would work.
I apologize for the random flashing lights. I didn't know that was going to happen.
It's the mid-game rave that's happening. Just
so he hands you a bowl of soup and he goes, "There you go. Have a. Hope you enjoy. If Artemis will be around in about a couple of hours, and he'll do the ceremony from here if you're going to be about."
Ceremony for what?
Oh, you know, the evening sort of blessing, as it were, the sort of evening sort of congregation.
perhaps that would be a good. If people are going to congregate here, that would maybe be a good place to find who we're looking for. If people are going to be gathering, that's all I was thinking.
That is not a bad idea. While
I
eating soup.
understood something that he said.
Shoveling soup and while following.
You go. At this point, the innkeeper comes back out looking for. Is it just HTTP your character's first name, or is it just? Or do you want me to
Those
call
are
it colon?
initials. Those are initials. HTTP colon.
Okay. Well, do you want me to call him HTTP or do you want me to call him colon?
I guess colon's easier.
Okay.
Technically, my first name is Hypertext.
Hypertext. There you go. So
No,
all fitting
but-
into cowboyness again.
Text. Hypertext.
Giving you a
Hypertext
way
is
out,
my
teacher.
Hypertext is my sci-fi cowboy that I'll be playing next year.
Fuck's sake.
Little preview for the 2024 crowd.
The innkeeper comes walking up back to you and goes, "All right, well, I've had a look, and I have a few that are around the right age, if that's what you're after. But there's not really anyone with any kind of money, so they're all relatively poor. There are very few that I would say were above the standard class, as it were."
Well, that doesn't sound promising.
Well, if you came to this island and you came from somewhere fancy, where would you stay?
Oh, well, you'd, if you're not staying in the town, you'd probably be staying with the mayor. And he just points above the town. Above the town there's this quite large manor house. As the mayor lives up there. He only really lets anyone stay with him if they've got a title. He's very pernickety for that.
It sounds more like our missing persons, and myself, to be quite honest.
Oh my god, what a cool house. Let's go see it.
Oh, there's not going to be many people up there right now, but you're welcome to it, I'm sure. And at this point, you just hear us, "Well, would there be anything else for me? I can do anything else for you. I can find things out if you want. Just remember, Petal's your friend."
I have a larger coin that you might find interesting. It's not from around here, and I hand him a thing about this big with a hole in the middle. And say, "You can put your thumb right through the middle there. Isn't that interesting?" I hand it to him.
He takes it from you and he goes, but why would I?"
Is it very shiny?
It's
on
shiny.
one side?
It's just shiny on one side, and the other side confers upon you 72 free hours of AOL.
He goes, "Well, it's definitely shining. I like that." Shoves it in his pocket and goes, "Right, what can Petal do for you now?"
Carefully, don't scratch it. It's quite delicate.
"Oh, don't worry. The claws will be in." Now, what do you need in exchange for this lovely trinket?
Well, I just wanted to keep you on retainer, just
I
anything
see.
we need.
Well, he sort of tips his invisible hat again and goes, "Well, you know where to find me. Petal's your friend."
Well, anybody else need anything from Petal while we have him here?
Well, is the mayor going to be up at his house? Or you said no one would be there right now, so...
Well, at this time of day, the mayor tends to be out and about. He goes off to, he has this little meeting that he's arranged with some of the townsfolk at night. They tend to be in the caves below the lighthouse. Where he likes to have his little meeting. They invited me, of course, but as a fine businessman of wonderful repute, I could not attend, for I had clients to serve.
I mean,
So they didn't invite him.
that sounds pretty cool. And yeah, it seems like they didn't invite him. But that's okay, I guess.
So the mayor has a meeting by the caves near the lighthouse.
Petal, is this meeting usually a secret meeting? Would you say?
Oh yeah, they like the big cloaks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, do
yeah,
that old
interesting.
chanting thing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun that these humans and elves have.
Yes.
Not something tabaxis do. No. We just roll around with a string.
Then
Each to
wait,
their own.
why did you tell us that? Because if you're supposed to keep a secret, that's not very cool. If you
I'm
told
not
us.
paid for secrets. I've been paid by this little shiny disc. I'm owed at least one little slip, as it were. And now I've had that, I'll be waiting for another thing.
I will see what I can turn up for you.
Wonderful. Well, if it's shiny, it's worth something to old Petal.
Yes. I pat my pockets down looking for something he might like. And
I actually reach into my pocket and I pull out a small thing of string.
Oh, a special thing. Yes,
It's shiny too.
The face just follows inches away from the string, just like yes. Whoa.
Go get it!
And he just
Throws it
immediately
over his
just
head.
goes to all fours, running off to the back after the string.
That was 100% worth it.
it's quite a helpful as he is. He seemed a bit of a loathsome character.
He looks so
Is that
happy.
what you got for that interaction?
Well,
Never mind.
I am not above employing such folks as him, but I would not perhaps socialize with him on a longer term.
And what kind of job would you give him?
I guess I can speak to my good buddy Norton, see if he has any work for him. There we go. That's the response I was looking for with that. The hand over the eyes. So I'm sure he could be a moderator on some kind of message board. Perhaps go mad with power somehow. Stop banning people for the tiniest of infractions. That seems like his kind of thing.
But how do you ban people from the town board?
Exactly.
Nope, we're back to not understanding anything you say. Let's go check out the chanting.
You're back to banning people from the town message board by having someone assigned to stand next to the message board and twat them with a paper every time they come near it.
Sure, and anytime they try and make a post, as we like to call it, or put a piece of paperwork up on the town board, they are slapped down with some kind of probation or a perma-ban. I've heard that's why they're never allowed there. If they've only said something slightly egregious, perhaps they'd only get like a 6-hour suspension. We call that a sixer. And yeah, look, there's a whole hierarchy of mod powers that come along with this. Either way, it's a pretty low-level job.
So I'm just picturing like us walking along and him just rambling and the rest of us just going, what? What is he? What?
That is what I was aiming for.
Yep.
It's you miss 10 seconds of a conversation, like standing around someone else, coming back, and you've lost where it's gone. It's gone off somewhere. You're like, no.
I didn't know where
The
it was
plot.
going.
We never had it.
Yeah.
Do you know what he's talking about? Me at every party I've ever been to.
Same.
Just smile and nod, boys. Smile and nod.
Let me go sit in this corner and pet the cat.
So as you continue to look around the town square, town square gets busier and busier, and more people arriving. We'll get to the end of that time slot. So your next one is to stay in the town square, where there looks like there's going to be some big ceremony or salvation meeting, as it were, a congregation. Or you can go to the lighthouse, where, which, as you heard earlier, there seems to be something going on in the caves beneath it. What do you want to do?
They're raising Cthulhu. I'm here for it.
Lighthouse, do you think?
I kind of want to go see what they're doing over there. So yeah.
Unless it's some weird sex cult thing.
Then I'm definitely in. Let's go.
To the weird Cthulhu sex cult. Got it.
To the to the lighthouse. Okay.
No. To the weird Cthulhu sex cult. Say it with me. To the weird
Cthulhu sex cult.
Thank you. I'm gonna make a shirt that says I'm part of the weird Cthulhu sex cult.
I'm here for the weird Cthulhu. I visited the Weird Cthulhu sex cult and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
I love that.
And tentacles.
Weird Cthulhu sex cult meeting 2023.
Tentacles in very awkward places.
Backseat of a Volkswagen.
That's awkward.
Have you been in the backseat? Never mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Like I said, very awkward.
They're not actually made for people.
The lighthouse. Let's go to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way over as more and more people seem to be arriving for this this general meeting. You walk over to the lighthouse. You see a bunch of rogue figures from the town square sort of subtly slip away from their stalls and run towards the lighthouse. There seems to be an entrance into the caves along the side. Sort of like the lighthouse itself is on some quite large rocks. There's a door into the lighthouse itself, and sort of round, like what looks like the cellar of the lighthouse. This is entrance into the caves. And as you approach, you see a quite a large man in robes. As you approach, he goes, "Are you here for the town meeting?"
If that's what you want to call it, then yes.
Yeah, we're here for the Weird Cthulhu sex cult town meeting.
We
I
heard you
think-
had t-shirts.
The what?
The town
Weird
meeting.
Cthulhu sex cult town meeting. And
With the
t-shirts.
Yeah.
He sort of looks at you a little confused and just sort of gestures in without any more, without sort of
This is
saying
the
anything
place,
else.
this
Just like
is the
look at
place.
total confusion and loss in his face, just like no idea what to say.
I turn to the rest
Tell
of
you.
them.
Most of my social interactions go, yeah.
Let's just walk past him. Maybe he'll just let's just walk past him.
Right. So you walk down into the caves. Immediately there's a strange sort of warm sensation, as the caves are quite a lot warmer than outside. And as you get down, sort of wind your way down this winding path, eventually you come to this gigantic room where everyone is in robes. And as you arrive, they've all got their hoods up, and you just hear a "Blessed be everyone. Let us call to order the 300th meeting of the village council of the Isle of Mheruath." They look over towards all of you and go, "Are you part of the town council?"
Yes.
I fit right in because I am wearing a long dark cloak. So, yeah, I'm definitely part of the town council. What are you talking about?
Well, I suppose maybe you've bought property or something. It's fine. All right. Well, I bring to order the meeting of the town council. Has anyone got any business before we get on to the agenda? No. Wonderful. Right. Okay. First item on the agenda. This Artemis fellow who seems to be preaching in the town. I want to know what's going on with him. Has anyone done anything about it? And there's just a squeaking voice in the background saying, "I've paid Billy to shoot him." You've what? I paid Billy to shoot him. I must be missing something. What do you mean by you've paid Billy to shoot him? Well, Billy said he would shoot him with the cannon. So, Billy, as in crazy Captain Billy who lives in the lighthouse? Yeah, him, yeah. You've paid him to shoot Artemis, the big priest man with all the people watching him, with a cannon. Yeah, he says he's going to do it tonight.
I'm glad we left.
What was that?
I'm suddenly very glad we left Town Square.
It's like, yeah, we paid him. It's like, what? Why is he using a cannon? Well, he offered. Right. Well, that will take care of the problem, I guess. Anyone got any more sensible ideas?
Wait, why are we shooting? Why are we shooting this artist guy? It sounds pretty uncool to shoot someone.
Well, take that up with Billy. I just said we should do some. I just said we should do something about this problem, and well.
That does have pretty heavy implications. We should do something about this problem. You can see how he made the jump to firing a large caliber anti-ship device at him.
That's how I took that. If you want to do something about somebody, you just...
Yeah, that's how I read it too.
Well, I thought maybe they'd have a serious chat with him and maybe ask him to stop filling our inn full of random people. Maybe
You
stop.
want to debate him in the marketplace of ideas, is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, quite. I mean, you get it, my dear gentleman. Maybe you should have been the person we hired to discuss this with this Artemis fellow.
Perhaps, but that ship appears to have sailed, so...
Wait, so the cannon hasn't actually been fired yet, so maybe somebody could go talk to this Billy person and tell him not to fire the cannon at a group of innocent people, because that doesn't sound like fun.
I mean, how innocent are people really?
Well, I mean, how many of them deserve to get cannoned just because
No,
they're in the wrong place at the wrong time?
That's not what you said. You said innocent, and I'm just pointing out.
I mean, I'm
don't think they should
sure
be canned,
even crazy Captain Billy wouldn't shoot a cannon into a crowd of people. I mean, what kind of person would? And at this point, there's a loud
They'd have to
bang
be
sound
crazy.
that rocks the island, and you're like, "Oh God."
Yes,
That sounded like a cannon, you guys.
Oh God. Well, I mean
Suspiciously like a cannon, yeah.
that's going to be on tomorrow's agenda. What do we do about Billy?
Well, Billy was merely a hired private contractor. Really, you ought to be looking at the person who hired Billy.
Well, I mean, we can't blame everyone. We've got to find a scapegoat. Maybe we could just blame Billy
Oh, we're not
himself.
blaming everyone. We're blaming
This
the
guy, this
person who
guy over
hired
here.
Billy.
Yeah, this guy over here admitted to paying Billy to murder people.
Well, he's got his robe on, so we can't tell who he is. Not at all. That's the joy of anonymity in this town council.
I can't follow your logic.
It could have been any one of us that paid Billy to have done it. And at this point, this voice goes, "Yeah, it certainly wasn't me." Yes, see, it wasn't him. There we go. We can move on with our consciences clear. I hope, and I hope he's not shot.
No, but that one over there told me it definitely was him.
Oh. Well.
I have it on very good authority that it was in fact him.
Well, I wish to raise new business.
Oh, fantastic. Let's move on. Yes, young gentleman. What do you wish to raise?
There's a new craze sweeping the nation that I think we need to get out and ahead of, lest we reach it too late and be considered uncool.
As long
And
as it's
that
not
craze-
shooting people with cannons, it should be fine.
Or no, quite the opposite. The craze is removing your hood if you are the one who paid somebody to fire a cannon. It's called Own It Up. The kids are doing it everywhere on TikTok.
It was me honestly expecting you to
is
say
getting
it was
bigger
called
back,
degloving.
bigger than ever.
I suppose we could try it.
Yeah, on three, we all rotate 45 degrees to the left. We wiggle our hips a little bit. We rotate 90 degrees to the right. And if you've recently paid somebody to fire a cannon at somebody, you then pull down the hood of your robe and go, "It was me all along." And everybody claps. And you go viral somehow. That's what I've heard, anyway.
This reminds me of that crazed person that tried to get us to play the Machinania.
Yes. It's very much in the same vein. I'm assuming you want me to roll a bluff check for this.
Sure. Roll a bluff, try and convince him.
I was gonna say I wanted to go as long and see if you would just let me do it, but then I was like, okay.
Let's see how well you hype people up to get them to
I
do
got
this
a
new
natural
craze.
20.
Of course you did it.
+3. I can send you a screenshot of the
No,
Google
it's
Dice
fine. I
roller.
believe you. It's fine. So you try and convince them. There's a lot of people really involved in this, and there's a lot of people that don't want anything to do with this. So a bunch of people just start sort of, what do we dance to? What do we dance to?
I pull out my lute and start playing.
Okay. So at this point, people start dancing, then jumping sideways, then dancing, and the dancing just stops dead. Because there's no one needing to pull their hood down, because the person who did it is not involved. So they're like, well, that was great, but we don't have anything else to clap about.
When you say not involved, as in, do you mean just like they didn't join in the dancing?
Yeah, there's a group of like about 6 or 7 of them that didn't join in the dance.
Can I tell which one of them we're trying to get them to pull down their hood?
You can tell
Like,
which one of them. Because if you make any of them speak, you'll know which one he is immediately. But yes.
Oh, fantastic. Then I would like to start a conversation amongst the group of people that did not participate.
Okay. Well, after a couple of seconds, you immediately know which one is. He's the only one with a squeaky, high-pitched voice.
Oh, well then.
So.
I pulled on his hood.
Okay. The image of a very youngish man, who looks about maybe like fairly early 20s. If not a lot younger, with a very patchy beard. I didn't do nothing. You didn't see anything. And he pulls his head back up.
And I just start clapping.
Okay. Everyone starts applauding as well.
That's so cool. He owned up.
That was amazing. And now we know who it was, so we can have a conversation with him about maybe not paying people to aim a cannon at people.
I didn't tell him to aim a cannon. I just said, we'd like you to take care of him. And he said, I'll use the cannon.
And you didn't try to stop him from using the cannon?
Have you tried to stop Billy doing anything?
I haven't. But
I think you said you paid him to shoot him.
Well, I said, take him out, but he made it in a sort of, violent way. I made it in a sort of, take him to the cliffs and show him the edge, kind of threatening way.
Well, see, that's still kind of not cool.
Oh, the cliffs are very picturesque.
Well, I mean, but showing him the edge...
Oh, yeah, it's very picturesque.
That's sort of threatening.
Well,
a little bit.
With the wrong hands, yeah. I mean, not if you fall. Then it's not threatening at all. Because you're dead.
That is a good point.
F's in the chat for anybody who falls off of the cliff.
What is a chat?
It's a
fancy word for a cat in a different language.
Whirling dervish of people who just kind of hanging out, observing the proceedings,
like ghosts. They're watching everything we do without us knowing.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Some of them just.
So they're pervy ghosts watching the sex cult right now.
Yeah. I'd say, if anything, that's the best definition of the chat I've ever heard.
That sounds like something that I would want to do. That sounds really cool.
I feel very much attacked.
Hanging out in the chat is it certainly can be fun.
I'm not used to being attacked when Tom's not around.
All I can see now is someone having a shirt saying, I got edged at the Cthulhu summoning / sex party.
That's a really good chat.
This is the version of edging I don't know about.
I went to the Weird Cthulhu sex party and was too scared to get involved. So I went to the...
So I was edged on the cliff. The wordiest shirt ever.
Yep. At least
The
two
literal
paragraphs.
edge.
I got pushed off the cliff at the Weird Cthulhu sex party, and all I got was this T-shirt.
Blood splatter on it.
All I got is this burial shirt.
Yeah, that'd be awkward to get out when somebody's fallen off a cliff. We've gone a little off.
It's a little bit, it's fine.
I feel like we've derailed this.
No, believe me, Belry's done worse.
It's the time we're wasting.
So, at this
Oh,
point,
the chaos hasn't even begun the chaos.
at this point, someone appears up to the edge of the door of the caves and shouts down, "There's been an accident! It's been a horrible accident! People have been injured!"
Actually, it was premeditated. It wasn't an accident.
At this point, a
I
lot
think they're
of the
talking about something else, maybe?
a lot of the clothed, of the robed people start making their way out the door to run towards the town square.
What about Cthulhu?
What is this Cthulhu you discuss about? Tell me about it. I'm always intrigued.
Cthulhu? You mean the large sleeping elder god lives at the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, well, it must be very cold down there. It's very cold in the sea in general this time of year.
Well, I mean, he is.
It's okay. Thoughts of eating your sanity keep him warm at night.
Oh, well, that's a very interesting idea. I mean, could we actually get by as a society where we ate each other's sanity? That's a wonderful idea. We should think about that.
Do you know how to eat somebody's insanity?
Well, no. But what if we created a sort of island-wide dish called sanity, and then everyone would eat it, and then we could say that we'd eaten each other's sanity? That would be a wonderful idea.
That would be super cool.
We'd have to post the recipe on the town board for everybody to see.
That's a good
Because everybody
idea.
would have to make it.
That's a good idea. Right, we should get onto that for tomorrow. Ideas, everyone, for tomorrow's meeting as to what we can put in this sanity.
I know some mushroom species that would be great for it.
Everybody likes chocolate.
Chocolate
Probably
covered
won't mix with the
mushroom.
mushrooms particularly well. No.
Oh, don't worry. You won't taste the mushrooms.
All right. So,
I think it's best if we you don't know, not everybody has the same level of culinary skill. Maybe we just get them to make gingerbread men, and we call that sanity.
You could,
about-
like, draw little screaming faces on them, and then they would look like they were losing sanity.
Yeah, here we go. See?
It would be better if they were gingerbread people.
Yeah, right you are. Yes, sorry.
Yes, because inclusion is cool. Even gingerbread inclusion.
Exactly.
alright. Well, as the discussion goes on long into the night about various foodstuffs you can make into sanity, the night winds up, and you find yourself somewhere vaguely comfortable to sleep, considering the inn is full and there's nowhere else really to go. The next morning you are woken from your sleep by the sound of cannon fire once again. And as you sort of look around, try and work out where best to go, you see that at the lighthouse itself there is a cannon being fired regularly, and there's a bunch of stuff happening in the town square. Where do you want to go?
By a bunch of stuff, do you mean people being hit by cannonballs?
No,
Or
no.
just, like,
No, just there seems to be like a lot of there's obvious like hubbub and stuff going on in the town square.
Okay.
Yes, where is this cannon pointed?
This cannon seems to
one
be
that's
pointed
fired.
off the cliff.
Okay. Okay.
Cthulhu is here.
Well, that cannon's going to be useless. Also, weren't we inviting him with all the sanity that we were going to feed him?
That's true.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I don't have any.
Did we want to try to find the mayor, or I
I'm
mean,
gonna
we could.
assume the mayor's in the town square.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the town square is where we should be going.
We would go to the lighthouse at some point, though.
It's the Haps.
Thought we were at the lighthouse.
We were.
We
Or
were under the lighthouse.
You were at the lighthouse, but it's you've not engaged with people at the lighthouse itself. Because all you can see is a drunk man, obviously drunk man in like old naval finery, pouring powder into a cannon, firing it, and then screaming "bugger" as loud as he can
at the ocean.
at the ocean.
Just like
Nice.
in the Navy.
All right, my vote is town square then.
Sure. I'm happy with that, bro.
Right.
Hi, Captain.
You head back to the town square. As you arrive in the town square, you see Petal seems to be building like attachments onto the side of the inn made of very weak-looking wood and blunt nails. And seems to be charging people to stay in them. You see the man who's making the mushroom soup talking to the blacksmith, and you see a man with a very finely groomed grey moustache arguing with a bunch of people in the middle of the town. What do you want to do?
As a fellow mustache owner and operator, I feel like I can make common ground with this mustachioed gentleman.
All right.
Yes, I vote for the fantastic mustachioed man.
Yeah.
I dig mustaches.
So you walk over to the mustachioed man who seems to be having a quite loud discussion with the trader who is a, let me just check. It's a female human who is in her sort of mid-30s, who looks kind of annoyed that the mustachioed man is talking to her. As you get close, you hear, "I don't understand what you think you're doing. I didn't give any permission for you to build additional parts to your houses." Well, you know, sorry. Well, we've got to try and build bits onto the house, dearie. Otherwise, we don't have anywhere for these people to stay. And there's loads of them over there. Look at them over there. They're just sitting around doing nothing. We could be getting money off them, dearie, if we just build bits to the house. I mean, Petal's already started. I should be getting on building onto my house. You will do no such thing. It looks how unsightly it looks. Look how horrible it looks. It doesn't even look remotely safe, let alone dry. I mean, I know she's charging for it, and I should be behind that, but dear God, it looks repugnant.
It is not in keeping with the rustic charm of this here island village.
Yes, exactly. Yes, this mustachio gentleman that I have never met before agrees with me totally.
Compliments on your own mustache, by the way, my good sir.
Oh, well, wonderful. Yes, you want to keep it nice and twirly at the ends. Yes. But of course, you agree with me, sir, that the
Do you two need a moment in a room alone to talk about your mustaches?
Room alone to ride each other's mustaches would be a wonderful time, but this is a business proposition at the moment.
My.
Oh, this is the sex stuff. This is the sex stuff? Okay, this is the sex stuff, everybody.
the sex cult.
This is the sex cult.
We found a sex cult.
What
It's
is
a
it?
Found the sex
mustachio-based sex cult, not a Cthulhu-based sex cult. We were wrong. But
Okay, well, I'm gonna start the Cthulhu-based sex cult because I can't grow a mustache, nor do I want to.
Competing sex goals.
And don't ask why I have wax in my bag. That's none of your fucking business.
Joy is to start 3 different sex cults all at once and see which of them gets big first.
Fraser.
But yes, my mustachio friend here, you will know all I'm talking about when I talk about how, look how unsightly these additions to the buildings they're putting on. We can't allow this, can we?
No, not without the correct planning permission. No.
Yeah, exactly. And as the mayor of this town, I do not give you planning permission for this abomination. Oh, but dearie, we need to find somewhere to put them. We can't just build houses. We've got to attach bits on.
Why do you not? I mean, you need a new area of affordable housing in the village is surely needed at this point. Why can you not just build new houses?
Well, dearie, I mean, you know how hard it is to build a freestanding, building. We could just these buildings are all freestanding already. We could just tack on the side. It'd be fine. The foundations are strong enough.
Well, well, I'm not a very practical man, I will say.
No, he is not.
People would just start sharing rooms. You wouldn't need as many.
That's true.
Well, I hear that they're already sharing a lot of rooms in the inn.
So, if you could make them look cooler, would you like something?
Go on, Demon.
Additions off the buildings they're already standing.
Well, if they look approachable and not like they're just whapped together with some nails and firewood, then it probably would look a lot better.
Well, I mean, you've got a really big house. You could probably take some
my
people
house
in.
is off limit. I would not let anyone else in my house. I need all the rooms I have, and I need my smoking room for when I need to smoke. I need my bedroom for when I need to sleep, and I need my red room for the red room things. Yes.
You can't deprive a mustachioed gentleman such as this of his fine manner.
Oh yes, we need an entire room just to groom our moustache.
True. Multiple mirrors give all possible angles to the moustache.
And once you get the lighting right, you never move it.
It's true.
But do you have people staying in your house?
Well, no, apart from the priest.
The priest.
Yes, Father Lysander stays here, but he sort of came with the property.
But I mean, you have all those.
Property?
Well, you move to a new location, and they say, "This is your mayor's house. This is where you live." And this is where you live.
The ghosts don't agree.
Oh, but believe me, this house is very fucking haunted. I'm very aware of that. It's more hilarious since I started playing Phasmo again. By Christ, this house is haunted.
Wednesday's gonna be real fun.
But yes, when you bought, you buy your house, you move to a new place, and you are told that you will be the mayor, and you will be elected. And then they say, well, where are you going to stay? And they go, well, this is a wonderful house, but the priest owns the basement floor. And you go, why does the priest own the basement floor? And you get told, well, he just does. He's been here long enough. He's surprisingly still not dead 20 years later. So, yes, the priest owns the bottom floor.
Here's your house. The priest comes in it.
No, yes, exactly.
I
Yes.
mean,
Sometimes people
is
just have
what
to
a sex
accept
cult
that the clergy are everywhere. You can't get rid of them.
Well, I guess I'd rather the police came in a house than outside a house. I guess.
I mean, if there was anyone around.
feel like this is one shot that's gone slightly hornier than we originally.
I'm sorry, I just come with horny energy.
Also, there's a spider.
Once
What
again,
did you expect?
I do say that Donny Pocket's here. Just a side note that this is still no worse
Donny
than
Pocket
Belry.
just putting in an appearance.
This is Donny Pocket's just saying this is still no worse than Belry. Yeah, let's just move on. Oh, Harley is adorable.
Yeah, say hi.
Hi, Harley.
Hi, Harley.
Oh, she poopy.
Staring directly into the camera.
I thought she's staring into your soul.
She's eating her sanity.
Shh, don't tell them. It was our secret. Go to bed, Cthulhu. I mean Harley. Go lay down.
So,
It's your blanket. Why are you sniffing?
So at this point, the mayor is basically just at this point you watch as Petal grabs another plank and it seems to be trying to make a second floor, and the mayor immediately goes, "No, stop that, and starts walking over towards Petal. At this point, the person who's talking to the trader immediately just turns around and starts building her own attachments to the side of her house. What do you want to do?
So who was the trader, sorry? We
Trader-
haven't talked to them before, have we?
The trader you didn't talk to, but the name is Denise. Yes, Denise.
Right. But we haven't talked to them yet.
No.
Okay.
We should talk to them? So,
we
go ahead.
talk to them. Yeah. No, I don't know.
well,
Or we could go talk to Petal too. I want to
Okay.
know why.
All right. Well, as you
Are
approach,
there
know why
dead
other
bodies everywhere from the cannon?
yeah. What was the what happened with that cannon blast, by the way?
okay. You sort of, as you watch the mayor storm off, you turn to where the stage was. The stage is now about a third of the stage is collapsed to one side. There's like blood splatter all around the bottom of the side of
no.
it. And as you sort of look over, you ask a passerby, you know, what happened there? And you get, oh, well, you know, there was some maniac fired a cannon. We have no idea who it was. We can't seem to find where it came from. But some maniac fired a cannon. And it took out like, about 30 people. Lucky Artemis was there. He was able to heal some of them up. And they were able to get by. But, oh, it was a big tragedy that. It could have been a lot worse.
Is the
Billy did
stage wreckage where Petal's getting his wood from, by any chance?
It may be. Very resourceful as Petal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I heard Billy
whereabouts
did
is this Artemis now?
Oh, I don't know where he is during the day, yeah? Ask Brian. Brian's around somewhere. Brian knows where he is during the day.
Who is this Brian?
He makes the soup.
Oh, it's Soup Brian. Of course, we met Soup Brian.
Oh. Is Suit Brian there now?
You look around the town square and you see him talking to the blacksmith.
Let's go talk to him.
Okay. So you walk over to the blacksmith and you see this. As you get close, you hear.
It's on the other side, kitten.
Yes. So you walk over to. You see him talking to the blacksmith. As you get close, you go, "Yeah, just you're almost finished, right? The thing I asked for last week. Yeah, wonderful. Right. Well, do what you can, and I've got a thing for you to make me tomorrow, but I need to get these dimensions and all that worked out first." Yeah, alright, that's fine. Yeah, I'll have it finished for you in about a couple of hours. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, and I wish you a good day and all that. And he just turns around to see all of you standing next to him. He goes, can I help you?
So, like, your name's Brian, right?
Well, yeah.
Do you know where Artemis is?
I might do.
Could you tell us where Artemis is?
Well, he's not the sort of groupie type.
Trust me, that is not. I don't want to speak out of turn. It's not my intention for him, but I just simply ask him a few questions. We're not particularly.
What kind of thing would you want to ask him? I mean, I could maybe enlighten you.
Where do you get the T-shirts from?
The what?
No, we're looking. Truth be told, we're looking for a noble woman and her son who've come to this here island and in search of this Artemis. And
Oh well, Artemis. If she's looking for Artemis usually hangs around after his sermons, doing his whole absolution and all that kind of stuff.
yes, but where is he now?
Well, he doesn't do. Yeah, he sleeps during the day. You see, he's very much the night owl.
You have a priest who lives in the basement of the mayor's house.
But Father Lysander also lives here. Yeah, but him and
different.
Artemis don't always see eye to eye.
So, where would Artemis be right now? Like, if he's not here.
He'll be sleeping.
Where?
Oh, well, I can't tell you that. Then you might go and, wake him up and then he won't sleep well. Then he will give a really bad sermon and we can't have that.
Alright, I guess we just have to wait here until he comes.
I mean,
The sermons are in the evening, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're midnight on the dot. He starts every night.
Right. So we've probably got time if we wanted to go somewhere else.
It'll be
In the
night time he does his sermons.
Okay.
So, wait, what time of day are we in?
You're in morning at the moment.
Okay.
Well, after
So just to kind of-
after the incident last night, tonight's one will be in the farmyard.
Farmyard. Okay. So just to recap then, out of character. So we Petal doesn't know where they are. I was going to say the mayor didn't know where they are, but we didn't really ask him too much. And everybody had robes and hoods on and didn't take them down in the meeting we went to. It's possible they're dead and got hit by the cannon. Just throwing out the possibilities here.
That would be awesome. Yeah, so I guess we just maybe wait until we could go back and bother the air again.
Thinking. Yeah, we just maybe
what
follow
else
the
is going on in the town square?
Sorry, I missed that one.
What else is going on in the town square?
In the town square, the mayor is currently shouting at Petal that he's not allowed to put a second story on top of the very already rickety-looking building. Brian, the mushroom vendor, is currently standing in front of you, confused as to why you're talking to him. The blacksmith seems to be making some sort of object. The town trader seems to also be sort of building attachments to the side of their house to house people. And there's a tabaxi fishmonger who's currently very enthusiastically trying to sell fish to very hungry people.
I mean, we didn't actually ask the mayor if he knew.
No,
If he knew the people, yeah.
We asked
We
him
know
if he
they're
had
not
anyone.
staying,
Yeah,
unless he's lying.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
He might be lying.
And Brian will not tell us where Artemis is.
Did we actually talk to the trader? I don't think we did we?
Didn't talk to her,
We have
no.
not. I don't
No.
think so.
We haven't talked to Petal this morning.
That's true. I'm having trouble thinking of a third internet-related coin proxy I could give him right now.
NFT?
I was gonna say, if
gave
you
him a
don't try and give him a
Bitcoin.
Dogecoin, I'm gonna be very fucking surprised.
I already gave him a Bitcoin. Was the first one.
Oh, is that what that was? I have no idea what the fuck that was.
I'll have a think.
I would think. Well, I will say, if you're not doing anything else this time, so that's entirely up to you. If you want, I can move things along, or you can keep doing stuff.
Well, I think we should actually, like, talk to the mayor and ask him if he knows these people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's seen them or
Yeah,
knows where they may be.
or I guess I don't know, someone who's been at. Have we asked Brian if he knows these people? Like, if he's seen them around?
You've not asked Brian? No? You can ask Brian if you want. Brian is still there.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to Brian. So we're actually looking for like a woman and her like 7 or 8-year-old son.
Oh, there's been a lot of those recently. A lot of parents and children bringing their children in for, salvation, absolution, all that stuff.
What is this
Say they needed
salvation?
healing?
Well, he just sort of, like pops them on the head, and then they go, hey! And then they're sort of relieved of all sin. I don't really understand it myself, but Artemis tells me that's how it works.
Are they living after this procedure takes
Oh,
place?
yeah, they're fine. They don't even feel it.
Sort of live original sin or current sin?
Well, sort of.
Regular
he sort
sin,
of
or
releases them from any kind of sinful act they've produced in their life. He's sort of a forgiveness thing, I believe.
Like breaking copyright by downloading thousands of songs
What are you, some sort
illegally.
some sort of
Some sort of citrus-based peer-to-peer sharing platform.
Well, you can't use that because you wouldn't steal a car, right?
You wouldn't steal the music
download-
for the advert to the song. I love that fact.
wait, what?
You know that you wouldn't steal a car advert where it's like, you wouldn't download a movie. It's like you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal a handbag. They stole the song they use in that
Background
advert
music, they
without
didn't
permission.
pay licensing for it. Yeah.
That is
It's a wonderful
epic.
fact.
Yes.
That's a beautiful fact.
It's
That's
beautiful
my
irony.
favorite fact. You wouldn't steal a car. Yes, I would.
Ian.
In
I
the
don't know,
words of Ed
that was the
Byrne while
best
trying,
ironic
in the words of Ed Byrne while trying to watch Hostel 2, you wouldn't steal a handbag, you wouldn't steal a car. I'm in my pants about to watch a movie where women get tortured. You don't know me.
Don't tell me you know me. Tell
Anyway.
me what I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Where were we? I've forgotten already.
So you say quite a lot of these children are being brought.
We have quite a lot of people coming in for salvation. We have people from all over the place. Even one bloke the other day said he's come as far as Dorowursk.
I heard they have a lot of problems over
Oh,
there.
yeah, they've had plenty of problems over there.
I can't quite remember exactly which particular set of problems that was. Or from how many years ago that one was. But
We had another bloke the other day turn up who told us he was some sort of pie magician, but he still got absolution all the same.
it's hard work if you can if you can find it.
Do we actually have a description of these people, or do we just know it's a woman with a 7 or 8-year-old boy?
Yeah, that's it. And that they are coming for healing and she can't live in sin.
And the only answer I can give is you didn't ask, so...
That's true. We didn't ask. I didn't even write a name down. Did we get a name?
I don't think we
got it.
No, he said her name like twice, and nobody retained that information.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was too busy being grossed out.
Yeah, that was
Jumbo
I wrote
Hut over there.
down Mheruath Faith Healer, and that's all I wrote down.
I didn't even write anything down.
Well, I wrote
Writing?
it on my
What's
character
that?
sheet. It's in my inventory technically, but like, this does say not knowing the names or description of who we're looking for beyond. I guess it's a noble woman and her 8-year-old, and being told there's lots of 8-year-olds. That doesn't
I
help.
feel like we have to wait until the sermon and then get up on the stage and be like, is anyone here married to... I don't even
A
remember his name.
gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous cube.
Just stand up on stage at like this thing. Is anyone here completely unsatisfied these days with your giant husband?
Are you sick of having the pulleys up and down?
Do you feel an innate sense of sympathy for the butler who has to organize freelancers to come in and help hug your husband off? And that's what brought you here? This isn't going to narrow it down at all.
And living in sin, they all think they're living in sin, so...
I mean, to be fair, we've seen what that guy's like. It's pretty bad.
I mean, not to give a spoiler away, but he is literally designed to be the definition of sin, but carry on.
But
So he has been downloading songs illegally.
He has stolen a car.
He sleeps a lot, and he sleeps while he's doing it. They call him the Napster.
It's pretty good.
Every time I hear that name, I just hate Metallica even more.
Yeah.
So
This is Lars Ulrich. Lars wanted a third golden toilet, but he's not going to get it.
oh my god, I remember those.
oh god. So, do we at least know what town we left from?
No. We didn't ask.
Were we ever told that information?
No.
I feel like we should have known that information.
You came from the county of Duskinov.
That was it.
All right.
The town,
So we
no,
could be
but
like-
the county of Duskinov.
Has somebody come from the county of Duskinov? We could warm it up like a comedy routine and be like, who's come from the county of Duskinov?
Anyone here tonight who hates their husband?
Right,
Any of
let's
the
Venn diagram
97
these two groups of people.
Anyone in from out of town? All of you.
I feel called out because I just had to explain what a Venn diagram is to my 8-year-old the other day, but I'm real fresh on the knowledge, so
Hey!
we're good. So we need women who hate their husband, have been here,
Does
maybe
anybody
married to
remember,
a gelatinous
like,
cube.
Any of his
I'm from
titles?
Duskinov, yeah.
Like, all I remember is him being the head huntsman for the king, because I couldn't figure out how someone of his size would hunt anything
By falling.
other than like a big man.
He can't even hunt Big Mac.
You're right. He has people to do it for him with pulleys.
The good people at Deliveroo, or I guess Postmates would work for as an American reference.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
DoorDash, as I got DoorDash this morning. Thanks, AJ.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Okay, so what was our actual plan here? Are we
We never had a plan. I don't know what you thought we had a plan.
I just want to see where this weird Cthulhu sex cult goes.
They go everywhere.
Look, I just want you to
They go
understand
all
that there was an
night.
island where people were going for salvation because they could no longer live in sin, and I went, wait a minute, I have to put a stop to that, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Here to
You want to
rebel.
kill it?
And
Look,
I'm
I've already
literally
started,
here to get out of the
look,
the
we've already
room.
started like 3 sex cults on the island of salvation. I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Oh my God! This
Sex
is
cults
the
are
island
cool.
where kids on Halloween do get the cocaine drugs.
Look, we
And
are
there's-
subverting this town.
With how expensive it is to get candy these days, I mean, drugs might be cheaper one day.
Yeah, but I'm not
There's a meme
sharing.
there's a meme that goes around every Halloween that says, "Nobody is giving your children free drugs. They're too expensive."
Right.
Not sharing.
My edible, goddammit. Anyway,
Sally. Do we want to talk to anybody else? I feel like we're just getting like.
Look, you're the tycoon. You're gonna have to railroad us.
I'm not a real
Brown chicken,
tycoon,
brown
but
cow.
I do appreciate the confidence you have. I need to
should
reset.
go.
I need to reset the router on this this party.
I said railroad, not run a train. Calm down, Grim.
Well, good night, everybody.
We found the super secret ending that Nikolai didn't even know existed.
Don't worry. I count for these things, don't worry.
Oh, years of Belry have made you that good.
You know what? You know you're surrounded by the right people, and you're a good DM when you count for the sex cult ending before people even show up.
I mean, the sex cult ending was the canon ending of one of them. Like, wasn't it? Like the first one? Like the Eisenport one was the sex cult ending?
Yeah, that was actually the first Halloween we ever did had the sex cult ending.
That was the canon ending.
Yeah, the canon ending was it was basically because it was based on the Lovecraft Eisenport story. It was based on this all-women society that basically fucks fishmen. That was the sex cult ending. That was the entire point
Yeah.
of the whole thing. There we go. We've done the sex cult ending.
Sounds fun.
We have.
We should do the
Now I'm
Scooby Doo ending.
So I'm waiting for Nikolai to like throw a woman in our face, and she could be like, "Oh, I'm from Tuscanov."
He won't. He
Like
won't.
we fucked up around
You
enough
might.
that
You
he's just
might.
like,
It depends entirely where you go.
so maybe we should check out somewhere else.
I will say that the time slot is going to an end. As it grows to an end, Petal does get down from the second floor where the mayor has been shouting at her, and like grabs this large cart next to the inn and starts wheeling it towards the stables. And then pays for a horse and hooks a horse up. You notice the trader doing the same thing, and the two of them giving each other like narrowed eyes. And then they both start heading off towards what looks like a sort of coastal part of the island. And as we get to the afternoon slot, it draws us to stay in the town square to go listen to why there's still cannon fire coming from the lighthouse, or to follow these two traders that seem to be going off towards where it looks like the tide is out and they can go to the sharp rocks and the shipwrecks. Where would you like to go?
That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
It's
I am
scrounging
intrigued
time
by
at
the
the shipwrecks.
I'm intrigued by the cannon, but I have a feeling it might just be there's a drunk guy who likes the big noises.
Yeah.
The shipwrecks is new. I'm happy to go
I
with
like
whatever.
slightly shifty traders.
Yeah.
Shifty traders, it is.
Woo!
So you follow Petal and Denise as they both take their carts with horses down the long road, winding road down to looks like one of the beaches of the island. It has massive sharp rocks, and now the tide's out. You can just basically see a bunch of people climbing down from shipwrecks that seem to have happened recently. So these bedraggled refugees, and as they're all moving out, you see Petal and Denise basically just ripping large chunks of the wood off the ships and throwing it in the cart. And as you're sort of sitting about not sure what to do, you hear this, "Hello, hello down there, you, the rotund fellow. Hello."
Hello?
"Oh, up here." And you look up to see in one of the shipwrecks this quite large woman with long black hair and obvious blue and purple finery, just waving at you from one of the shipwrecks. And, "Hello, could you help one down?"
Well, of course, madam. I'm at your service. HTTP:/. And I help it down. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. I help it down. So try to steer the ship back into port. I don't know.
Suddenly boxing more instead.
I lose control of my arms. It's like...
You punch her in the face.
Right, so how are you going to get this woman down?
I'm looking at my skill, and through the power of literacy, I'm gonna talk her through the process.
Okay. How literacy is the written word, I believe.
I'm gonna write her a note, and no. Oh, no, okay. Madam, there's a certain etiquette to getting down from a higher place such as this, and I will be glad to talk you through it.
I hope so. I've been stuck here for several days.
And you don't happen to have a rather large husband, do you?
I just need help down.
Okay, well, I feel like if you were the person we were looking for, the answer would have been an immediate yes.
She didn't say no, though.
That's true. Do you happen to have a small 8-year-old boy who is living in sin?
Jonathan! At this point, this enormous blob of a child appears and stares down at you.
There he
Subtly just puts his finger up his nose.
Yeah, get
And
up
just
there,
looks
boy.
down at you as he's just won't break eye contact as his fingers wedged up his nose.
Okay, I'm gonna talk you through the etiquette of climbing down from a shipwreck while keeping one's dignity intact.
Oh, one couldn't climb down this. I mean, look at this horrible rope. She just pats the rope away. And goes, "Oh, people climb down that, and they wouldn't help one down."
Could I
You know what? I have the perfect solution to you.
could I use my foraging to look for something so that they could jump down?
I happen to carry a net with me.
Oh,
Relevant
woman,
item
she
on the
puts up with so
inventory
much
to my
from you.
character.
That poor woman puts up with so much from you. That poor Annette. You keep her in such terrible conditions.
Well,
It's a .net. Don't worry.
it's a .net
fine.
domain. It's cheap compared to .com.
Don't go anywhere.
But no, I have a net.
Okay.
but we gotta tie it up somewhere though.
Yeah.
But one can't just jump onto one of those nets. It wouldn't be dignified.
That is true. But what if we closed our eyes while you did it?
Oh, but what if you? Oh no, I couldn't. What if you saw up one's undergarments? No, I
It's tricky
couldn't.
to do with my eyes closed, Matt. I tell you what, I will remove my monocle so that I am blind as the day is long.
I never thought I would ever hear anyone say, "I know what I'll do. Remove my monocle so I'm blind." That's been a new one. That's been a new one.
I love to throw new curveballs at you.
AJ wins the surprise Nikolai Award.
I go over to Petal and Denise. Might I trouble you to build me something and that I pay you for?
Oh yes, well if you pay, Petal's always at service for payment. What have you got?
Wonderful. I would like for you to build a ramp for this lovely lady and her offspring
Darling,
to-
darling offspring.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Well,
descend from the wreck onto the beach.
I will make you something wonderfully suitable as long as I've got a nice little bit of coin in my paw.
I pull out a floppy disk.
What's this then? It's
Edel,
blue.
this is a pre-registered copy of WinRAR. You won't even get the pop-up every time asking you to register because I have already paid the $3.99 to do so.
But what's this blue bit round the side?
That is copy protection.
But what does that do?
It stops you accidentally copying over it with a JPEG, the maximum size of which is 1.44 megabytes.
Petal, here's a gold for you, and here's a gold for Denise.
I would keep my copy of WinRAR.
Yes, please. Why am I feeling? I just paid for WinRAR too. Why am I feeling out?
She's the only other person I ever known that uses WinRAR, so that's why I was like, all right.
I use WinRAR. I don't
You're
pay
the
for
only
it.
person I've ever known who actually paid for it.
LGR did a whole
probably
video on paying for WinRAR last year, and it was very interesting, actually.
I saw a TikTok calling people out for like using WinRAR for like 5 years and not paying for it. I felt bad, so I paid for it.
Amateurs.
5 is amateur.
Those are rookie numbers.
Some of us have not paid for WinRAR for 20 years.
Some of us bought lifetime membership for $2.99. Anyway, so yes, Petal and Denise build this makeshift ramp.
Everybody who's in chat, if you understand what we're talking about, it's time to take your ibuprofen. Just throwing that out there.
I still call them programs, not apps.
Oh God. Right. So anyway, Petal and Denise build this ramp, and the woman works her way down it very carefully. The child follows, making very thuddy steps as it goes. Eventually, the two of them get to the bottom, and you go, "Oh, wonderful, wonderful! Thank you very much. Thank you. If one of you could fetch my bags, I'll make my way up to the town."
I got it. I'm gonna run up that ramp, and I'm gonna go get the bags.
You run up the ramp, and there's about 12 large bags just sort of sitting around.
While we wait, madam, you don't happen to be the lady from... Fuck, I should have written it down the second time.
Are
Well, I
you
am a
married to a
lady.
gelatinous cube?
I am a lady, yes, I'm Lady Catherine.
That might have been the name we were looking for.
That was
That
the
is the
name we
name.
were looking for.
Yeah.
I have a poor memory.
Oh, don't worry,
The only thing that's poor about you, apparently.
I am incredibly wealthy, that is correct, yes.
well,
Just out of curiosity, does your butler have like 97 bells in his pocket?
Jessup, yes, he would. How do you know this?
Well, good. It's very nice to meet you.
If only we'd brought him with us, he would have been able to get us food. Poor Jonathan's been eating like scraps he could find in the other people's bags.
If only you had brought him with you, he wouldn't have had to call for the police.
Oh, the police. The squeaking. The noise. The smell.
No, stop
Nope.
right there. We don't need to know anything else. Just,
The backsplash.
The backslash.
no.
The colon. The HTTP.
Don't be uncool.
Wretched.
Oh, madam, we've been hired to find out what happened to you and your son here. You-
I don't know what you're talking about. This child here may look very similar to Fabius Vincenzo Cassiano Matteus Conforti IV, but his
That was
name
the
is
name,
Jonathan. His name is Jonathan. Yes, Jonathan. No, nothing else. Just Jonathan.
I
Isn't
look
that
at him
right,
and go,
Jonathan? And
Fabius?
this child is just standing there
Fabius.
with his finger just up his nose, just looking at you all, just mouth agape, just brainlessly staring at you.
To his second knuckles, which is impressive.
I pull out a hard candy. Just kind of hold it up. Sort of wave it in front of his face.
His eyes switch from you being kind of dead and soulless to focusing on the candy.
There we go. There we go. Now,
What's your
Fabius?
name?
He doesn't say anything, he just opens his mouth and closes it again. Don't use such language. Sorry, he gets a bit up front when he's hungry.
Well, madam, do you have any identification? Which we...
What do you need identification for?
Yeah, identifying purposes.
For what purpose?
We just want to make sure we're talking to a lady of the proper standing.
Well, you ask me any question that a lady of my standing would know, and I'll tell you.
Well, which spoon is the soup spoon?
The soup spoon? It is the one brought to you in the soup course.
She does know her stuff, yes. Very well. I mean, that's good enough for me. I don't know.
I was like, I'm not helping AJ. I want to see where this goes.
Somebody throw me a lifeline. Madam, well, what would possess you to throw away your life of, well...
I don't know what you're talking about.
But now I think about it, I get it.
I'm a simple woman. Yes, that's it. I'm a simple woman with a simple child. Here
12 pieces of luggage.
reach absolution from the wonderful Artemis. Now, if you don't mind, I'm quite exhausted from my 8 days sitting aboard that abysmal ship. We would like a room at your finest inn.
But, like, why would you run away? Like, you said you were living in sin?
Well, yes, I mean, the sound, the squeaking of the pulleys, the squelching. Oh, Lord, the squelching. I must get this off my body. The sin is too much.
Have you just thought about taking a nice bath once in a while, maybe listening to some Enya on a paid music service such as iTunes or Spotify Premium?
Isn't that the one that recorded the sounds of the creatures of the sea?
Yes, whale sounds.
But don't you know the whales are plotting against you? They're telling you they're going to take over the world. And you're listening to their battle plans upon your turntable.
Good luck to them. They'll be stopped at the toll bridge going over the River Severn. Weird local joke about the bridge going out of Wales, but let's move on. Even Nikolai, who lives in the United Kingdom, did not get it, so I feel like we ought to keep going.
I was wondering where the fuck that one was going.
Yep, no, I didn't. Look, it's 20 past 1 in the morning. They're not all gonna hit very well.
I was really waiting for a Star Trek reference.
There'll be whales here.
That's
That would have been too fiery.
They're wailing as fast as they can.
Whalers on the moon. And such.
Yes. All right. Well,
So, how can we get you back? How can we get you to go back, though? Because
I need to see Artemis. I need to experience this this thing. I got a pamphlet, you see, and she holds up this very faded pamphlet that you recognise of being handed in the docks before. The gentleman told me he had a wonderful speech impediment. He told me that I could be saved and I would never have to worry again about sin.
Was saved from what?
you mean? Yeah, saved from what?
Well, sin. I don't know.
But
It was very
do you mean-
convincing.
do you mean this pamphlet? And I would like to hand her the pamphlet from the guy and I've like crossed out a bunch of the words and drawn all over it and made it say different things.
Yes, similar to. Oh, this one's different. Oh, there's different things on this page. Oh my! I haven't been doing any of this. Oh no, I've been doing too much of the other things. I thought that was a no. Oh no. Oh dear.
I mean, you've got to be cool, right? So you gotta follow these instructions instead.
Oh well.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Well, we'll have to see what this cool thing does. Jonathan, we need to find ourselves a hotel room immediately. At this point, your petals appears to. Did I hear someone say they're looking for a room at an inn? I could do you a very special rate. It's like, well, yes, dear chap, I would very much like to have a very warm room in your inn. Oh, lovely. Yes, how will you be paying for this lovely room? Oh, well, I don't deal in coin. That's very common. But I'm sure that upon my bags there'll be something of value. We will barter in exchange. Oh, right, okay. Well, lovely. Well, if you just put those bags on this cart here, I'll take them as payment. Yes, quite. Put them on there.
Now hold on there, Petal. She just said something within one of the bags would suffice. You can't take the lady's complete luggage. What if she needs to change for a ball gown or some such into whatever might go? I don't claim to know what a lady keeps in her luggage, but I'm sure she needs all of it.
Well, I'm sure we could come to an arrangement. I mean, there are a lot of bags here. Maybe I just take about all but that one. I don't like the look of that one. We can have that one.
Oh, I was up there getting bags. Everything is slightly rummaged through.
Yes. I mean, if someone's looked through it, maybe all the valuable loot's gone. And I mean, I admit it would be nice to have an 18-piece luggage set the whole match, but well, where am I going to go?
Call him like, do you really want to carry all these bags to town? Let Bettel do it.
Yes, I mean, I'll take them for you. Well, I'll give you a room for a couple of bags, and I'll transport them for a couple of bags, and I'll give you some bread for a couple of bags, and I'll smile while I'm doing it for a couple more bags. I've got a great smile.
I mean, that sounds like a good deal, I say to Lady Catherine.
Yes, quite. I don't know how best to deal with you people, so I'm just going to assume that you know what you're doing.
Petal, how much are your rooms?
Well, it depends. Well, at the moment, a full room is currently divided up into about 20 different people. So, I mean, if she'd like a small space, we could do her one. Maybe I could kick one of the, normal people out and let her in. Maybe she could have a nice sort of coffin-sized square in the basement. Maybe that'd be nice.
There are two of them.
Petal,
Yeah.
She also has a child.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're both. If they're sitting down, they're both fit.
Well, who has a lot of extra rooms?
I'm going to pay you to take all of this luggage up to the mayor's house.
Oh, the mayor's house. Well.
Yes, the lady here is a guest of the mayor.
Oh well. I suppose if there's a coin, could I at least have this bag? And he points at one of the sort of smaller ones with a very distinctive shine to it. I like that one. Can I have that one?
I'll give you another of my special coins if you don't take it.
Oh, well, I do like coin. Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Actually, I hold up a little bag. It's not even just a coin. I just hold up a little bag and I let it jingle.
Yes, absolutely, yes. So he gets in the cart with all the bags, and he takes up the hill with Lady Catherine and the young boy aboard. At this point, we will get to the end of a time slot. So, do you want to go to... There's stuff going on in the farmland. There's stuff going on at the town square. And I think because you've sent her off to the mayor's house, there's something going on at the mayor's house as well. Let me just double check that. There is... Yes, there is something going on at the mayor's house as well. What would you like to do?
Is it time for the sermon?
Yeah, the
No,
sermon
that would
is at
be-
night time. You're going into evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we should go with her to the mayor's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to lose track of her.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
We want to make sure the mayor lets us stay.
So
That as well.
you arrive at the mayor's house, with the very content Petal, who's just happy to drop you all off. At this point, a younger woman comes in and goes, "What are you doing? What is all of this? What are you living on my doorstep? What are you doing here?"
Hello there, madam. We are helping the lady Catherine of place name to who is going to be visiting for a day or two with her son.
At this point, you hear, "Oh yes, I would like to stay in your beautiful inn." What is this? This is not an inn. What are you doing here? Get away from my house.
But she's like a guest to the mayor, I think. Right?
At this point, you hear, "Oh, who is it, Janice?" And the old mustachioed man from earlier pops his head out the door and goes, "Oh, you look like you definitely have a couple of coin. I mean, a couple of yes. Okay, welcome. Who might I be speaking to here?" "Oh, it's Lady Catherine." "Oh, wonderful, Lady Catherine. Yes, wonderful. Yes, great. Well, let's take you in then. Yes, Janice, please make a room for Lady Catherine." And at this point, the lady and her son are sort of whisked inside. And the mayor standing outside with the rest of you goes, who is this? I assume she has a lot of disposable money. Yes.
It would appear so. Yes. I mean, we didn't wish to impose, but the lady is a woman of quite high society standing, of course.
Well, we can't have one of them sleeping out in the rain. No, of course not.
No, of course not. And as the distinguished mayor of this here island town, we thought you will be the one with the wherewithal to recognize this.
Oh, yes, quite.
And might I say, the only one with a mustache quite as impressive as you do have.
Well, yes, it's quite a wonderful thing. I've been growing it for several years. It's a wonderful piece of facial jewelry, I guess. Is the finest brushed moustache.
And it does you credit, sir.
Oh, it does indeed. It looks so nice. Anyway, would you like to come in for a small nightcap?
Well, I personally would. I don't know about my companions here, but
I mean, that sounds really cool. So let's go do
I
it.
would love to.
Okay. You wander inside. He sort of sits you down in a very large dining room, and he goes, "Well, I'll have Janice make us some sandwiches. Janice, please make some sandwiches for the guests, please." At this point, the woman who you saw earlier goes, "I cannot make sandwiches. See, all the bread is gone. There's no bread. The baker not delivered anything today." It's like, "Oh, well, Janice, maybe some, I don't know, maybe just some cold cheese and ham." And she sort of blinks at him and goes, Fine. Goes back inside. "Excuse the wife. She's she's not used to visitors anymore."
it's quite all right. It's these are trying times. Not everybody has time to entertain as much as they used to.
Yes, she's a wonderful cook. Well, when she doesn't burn everything to a cinder, but she's a wonderful cook. She means very well. She does a lot for the island. But yes, it's. I hope Lady Catherine will be comfortable here. Did anyone bring her bags in?
No.
No, but they are right out here.
Oh well.
Did Petal just jump from the ground?
Yeah.
You go out to find the cart is gone and 2 of the bags are missing.
And that pedal.
We know exactly where to find him, though.
That's true. Yeah.
So as you help take the bags inside, after about another 20-30 minutes, you, as you're talking to the mayor, the child seems to reappear, and just again is just staring at you from across the room with his finger up his nose. Just not
Well, hello there.
Are we sure he's alive?
He just leans in towards you and goes, "Who is the child?"
It's like Lady
That
Catherine's son or something, I think.
Right. Oh, right. So he's with her. Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, you can just stand there. And that's fine.
Yeah, she has brought him to see this Artemis character.
Oh, I don't think much of him. I mean, I wish someone would take care of this problem, but I mean, I don't wish to any ill will upon the boy, but I wish. It's becoming a problem bringing all those outsiders to our town.
As long as you don't tell Billy to take care of it.
Oh, high heavens, no. What kind of person would tell Billy to take care of him? I mean, that's a.
Actually, I think everybody should stay away from the words "take care of it."
Well,
Very exact.
Well, I suppose, yes. At this point, you hear, "I hear you have visitors." And you look to the door and you see a very elderly priest walk in and goes, "Hello, everybody. That's me. I'm Father Lysander. Welcome to our island. How are you finding your stay?"
Confusing.
Oh, a lot of young people find themselves confused. It's just good to be who you really are. It helps you enjoy life a lot more, I find.
I'm 54 years old.
It's never too late to realize that you've been wrong all along.
Oh no, we're fine. We're confused
Wrong about
the island.
what?
Wrong about religion, of course. Have you embraced it, the God upon high?
Which one?
Oh, the God, as it were. I mean, we could give him a name, but, I mean, what kind of a name would it be? It wouldn't translate very well.
Well, I like to keep my personal religious feelings private.
Oh, well, if you'd ever wish absolution, I can do a little bit of a show, as it were, and grant you the absolution.
That sounds arbitrary.
Well, it's a
I have a question.
yes.
How does your absolution differ from this Artemis person's absolution?
He's a lot faster than I am. I think it's just my age. It takes me a lot longer to pronounce the words.
Oh, I see.
But
I hear they have medication for that these days.
oh, that'd be interesting. I'd love to be able to sing at a faster speed. At the moment, I'm kind of stuck talking like this.
It does appear to be that way, yes.
You make me want to yawn.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's okay.
It must be the way I talk. It sounds very tiring to a lot of
It
people.
does sound like a yawn, yes.
But, that's just how I overpronounce. You see, when I was a young chap, I was taken to elocution lessons.
I think we're good. We understand. We don't want everybody to get too much information at once. It could be quite overwhelming.
I think it might be pretty cool if you like went back to your floor, because.
Oh, well, I'll be around if you need anything. Don't be afraid to
Okay, we
shout to me.
won't.
Just say, Father Lysander, and I will come running. Well, not running, but
I don't think you can.
well,
I think maybe if you start now, you would get back down to your rooms by like next week sometime. So
well,
you should
I
you should try
suppose.
that.
Well, that's the joy of the stairs, isn't it? You start on the stair, you take one step up, and before you know it, you need to go back down again.
Yes, go back down. Bye.
Bye.
Have fun on the stairs.
Goodbye, everyone. Especially you, young master. Goodbye. And the mayor's just kind of looking at him very confused as he just sort of slowly pads his way out of the room.
Like, he walked into the room in a house that he lives in, and you were like, you know what would be cool if you fucked off.
That is how you deal with religion.
No.
But he did.
Yes,
So-
it worked. No, I'm not knocking it. It's good.
I try that in real life from now on. You know, it'd be great.
You just get the hell out of
You
here.
just fuck
Go
off.
away.
You know what would be great?
I-
If you just fuck off.
I tell people who live in this house to fuck off.
Okay.
But they're still here.
They just keep coming back.
At this point,
They're back.
the wife turns back up with a sort of small banquet plate full of like sliced ham and cheese, and goes, "There, that's the best I can do. Now, where is that woman?" And storms off again up the stairs. Well, help yourself to ham and cheese, and I guess we'll have a good old natter about where we're all from, eh?
I'm going to try a piece of each, a piece of ham and a piece of cheese.
Okay.
Are they
You
good?
try them. They are very. They're a lot more. You'd expect them to be a lot more tastier than they are. They taste very plain and very dull. Like not really much flavor in each.
I'm gonna say, they're really.
It's the most expensive
good.
ham on the island. It's a marvelous delicacy.
You need to get your money back.
I personally quite like a nice mild cheese. A nice sort of nibble on it.
Okay. As I said, it's so mild it barely tastes like anything.
It's fine by me.
I think I'm gonna go over to the kid and be like, is he still standing there with his finger up his nose?
Yep. Although he has kind of wobbled over to the table, and he's now staring at the plate of ham and cheese.
Have we ever, in fact, seen him take his finger out of his nose?
Not since he put it back in there at the start. No.
Oh, but we have seen that it is not, in fact, attached.
He plucks his finger out of his nose, looks at it, and you see a massive green glob on the end.
Oh.
And then he's gonna eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what kids do.
Yep.
The circle of life.
And it'd be like,
And then he's
You
going
know-
to touch the platter of food. So I'm done eating.
you know, kid, that's not really very cool to have your finger up your nose. Can you talk at all?
He just blinks at you. It's really slow, quiet blinks. Just
How do you feel about your father?
finger comes back up and goes back up his nose.
How do you feel about the pulleys?
He doesn't. He's still just fixated on the plate in front of you.
I'm going to take the plate and just, like, hide it behind my back and be like, hey, kid, do you, like, feel any way about your father?
You notice his mouth sort of drips a little at the sides since he moved the plate away. That's about all he does. That's the only reaction you get out of him.
Skip off the old block here.
I'm going to wander off into the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the plate back out.
Okay.
We're not gonna get anything out of this kid.
You put the plate back out. He begins to slowly, with his hand that's not up his nose, takes like lumps and just like seems to swallow without chewing.
Like father, like son. He didn't like to chew either.
He eats like a duck.
Did the kid say that?
No, just
no.
implying that he eats like a duck.
Okay. That was not the voice I was expecting for the kid.
That would be
Like
hilarious.
Dad, he eats like a duck.
Yeah,
I'm
this is my voice now.
wander after. Wait, sorry. What's your name, Crymson?
Zestra. I was like, what is my name?
What's your name, Crymson? What's your name? No, Zestra. I'm gonna follow Zestra into the kitchen and just kind of hang out.
Okay. You go to the kitchen.
Right.
There's some simple food just sort of flying around. Nothing that interesting, but there's some very simple foods just sort of like available. Like some, like there's a like half loaf of bread that seems to be just lying there.
I thought she said there wasn't any bread.
Look, don't ask questions.
Maybe it wasn't enough for everyone.
Okay.
So I am going through like the cabinets and stuff and find cabinets and pantry or whatever and finding like food and anything I can use as seasoning.
There is
And
no seasoning in the entire thing apart from salt.
This breaks my heart. I'm like pulling things out and putting it like that, and I look over. I'm like, don't tell anybody.
Tell them
You
what?
saw me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There is literally the most
And-
plain food possible you've ever found in your life.
Ugh, white people. Just.
Look, guilty as charged.
So I'm gonna actually start putting together a meal of sorts. Is there like they have a butler, right?
Yes, there's a butler somewhere.
Butler person?
If you call the second or third time, a very sort of tall, thin gentleman comes through the door and goes, "What are you doing in this kitchen? This is not for you."
Is there a market or something in the town square?
There's the trader. It is run by a quite wonderful woman called Denise.
Ah, Denise. I've met Denise. Do you have somebody who could run to Denise and get some like spices or herbs
The
or
master doesn't approve of drugs.
no, not drugs, like pepper.
Pepper. I'm not familiar, I'm afraid.
You know what? I pull out a paper and I make a list. And I go, I want you to take this to Denise for me and ask her for this stuff. It's not drugs.
He just takes one look and he goes, oh, okay. I'll return soon. Just slowly walks out of the room, still holding the piece of paper in front of him.
Can you, like, speak speed it up a little?
I'm going as fast as I can.
Holy shit. Does nobody in this place, you know what? The richer you are, the slower you get? Like, somebody explain this to me.
It seems like no one in this place can actually move at a decent speed, so
While they're in the kitchen, I kind of sit down next to the boy. Say, you know, son, my father also was not the nicest of people. He didn't have a pulley system in order to allow him to do certain things, but he did have his own foibles. And look, that had a bit of an effect on me. It made me invent a series of tubes by which people find all kinds of things, you know. And we're throwing around calling it the information superhighway, and we think that's what's going to catch on.
Start whistling the internet is for porn.
But anyway, my point is,
I think superhighway sounds a little bit brash, don't you think?
I've been meaning to talk to Super Brian about getting his endorsement on the superhighway, but
oh, that kind of super. I get you.
We're just one of the ideas we're throwing around to the boys in R&D. But the point is, look, you can't let your father's
yes, R&D, reading and doing. Yes, I remember.
yes, reading and doing. But you can't let your father's problems affect you like this, you know. Look, you're a growing lad. Some would say overly growing lad. And,
But the boy just remains silent, just shoveling the food into his face until the food runs out. Then when it finishes, he just turns to look straight at you. Like, I will not break eye contact, finger just wedged deep up his nose.
do you want to talk about your problems? Like maybe we go out back and throw a ball around. Just, I kind of lean on one knee. Let's rap. That's what the kids are saying these days. Tell me your problems, and we'll see if we can fix them.
He takes his finger at his nose, his mouth opens, and then it closes again. And his finger goes back up his nose. And then you just hear from the background, well, I feel a lot more human now. And you look over and you see Lady Catherine is wearing a different dress. And it's sort of, Jonathan, what are you doing? What are you talking to that mustachioed gentleman for?
Well, he's not talking to me at all, ma'am. I'm just saying that if, it applies to you too. If you have anything you wish to get off of your chest, you know, just really talk out the issues that are affecting you and yours, then HTTP : it's here to help. Saying it out loud, it seems like that's too many letters, but that is the acronym.
Well, I'm sure we're all grateful for this, but yes, I think Jonathan needs to get changed as well. He's wearing filthy clothes. Come along, Jonathan. And she turns around and leads the child out the way, who just turns around again to like stare you dead in the eyes.
I give him one of these.
Again, he just doesn't break eye contact till he's at least like 10 steps back, and then slowly turns like an owl and walks out of the room. Well, yeah.
I feel there's something very wrong with that child.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem very cool.
I'll tell you what's wrong with him. He's a loser. That's what's wrong with him. Kid's got no coolness. Got no swag.
He's got no it factor.
He's not what we're looking for.
So you're trying to say it's going to be a no from you, dog?
That's
the chair's
a no
not
from
spinning,
me,
put it that
dog.
So, as you debate this amongst yourselves. The mayor goes, "It's getting a bit late. I suppose we should all head off to our duties. I need to head out for a small thing. Would you mind seeing yourselves out?"
Oh, no, that's fine. I believe we were going to escort Lady Catherine to Artemis's.
Well, I suppose that's fine. I will see you later, hopefully. So again, end of the time slot. Do you want to go to the farms? Do you want to go to the town square?
Well, it's nighttime now, right?
Yeah, it's nighttime now.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
the farmlands is where the
sermon is
sermon
happening.
is
Yeah.
going to be.
Okay.
So I feel like we should probably see what all this hubbub is about.
yeah.
Okay. You go to the farmland with Lady Catherine and the young boy. As you get there, there's loads of people there, like easily a couple of hundred, if not 1,000 people there. As you arrive, there's a massive queue for soup, yet again. But everyone does seem to be getting some in the end, and everyone seems to just be quite enjoyably sitting down, waiting for for Artemis to appear on the stage. At some point, he just sort of walks out and goes, "Hello, everyone. I'm so glad so many of you could be here for tonight's wondrous occasion." And he just talks to the crowd for about an hour and a half, mostly just about don't be a dick to each other. Basically the gist of what he talks about. And he goes, "Right, well, that will do for this evening. I just need to do two little things. First of all, Brian tells me that we need to reward Denise for all her wonderful help she's been in this tireless time. We've got you some scales made, Denise. Here we go. We thought you'd use this as a trader. You could get that sorted." And so Denise sort of awkwardly walks up and takes them off of Artemis. "And finally, dear friends, we have the book. We have the book to open. And once we've opened the book, we have declared it over, and anyone who wishes salvation can walk down to the stage, and I will grant thee the best salvation I can give." And he walks over to this book. It's on a small pedestal. You hear a small, slight snap sound, and he turns the page, and this small, like, yellow glow starts coming off the book. And he just again opens his hands a little bit and says, "Blessed be everyone. Now, let us grant absolution, and remember, journey safe home, dear friends." And with that, he just walks down to the front of the stage and starts talking to people. What do you want to do?
Can I sort of look at the book and see whether it's like magic, whether it's actually doing something to the people?
Mm-hmm. You walk up onto the stage and you have a look at the book. The book just seems to be full of very dense scribbles.
I'd like to go with her as well.
Mm-hmm. The book is barely legible. It looks a very old book and it looks like it has just dense scribbles all the way through. Doesn't have anything unique about it.
Could I use my literacy skill to see if I could understand any of the, like, maybe page through it and see if I could understand any of the words?
Mm-hmm. Roll, let's see, and I'll tell you where we're going.
Alright, it is a 22.
22, cool. You flick through the book. There's a lot of repetition you notice as you go along the way through. A lot of references to sevens. A couple of other very strange things that don't really much. And as you get near the end, you notice that the last few pages seem to be like sealed shut with a wax seal. You can't seem to open them.
This is kind of Tisha's weight is up with me, right, on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, this is kind of uncool having the last few pages be. I wonder what's in there. Do you think we should just like open it?
I would hold off on doing that just yet. Would an Arcana or a lore? Look,
For this would probably be Arcana.
all right. I would like to do an Arcana check just to see if I can identify
Sure.
if I've ever encountered this kind of magic before.
Yep, sure.
That's a 23.
I've got all the high numbers tonight. Yes, you vaguely remember seeing something like this. It seems to be. It's very much tied to only a certain person can break. Oh, Edge's BRB. Only a certain person can break the seal on this. It looks like it's some kind of magic that ties it to particular people rather than everyone being able to open it.
And the seal is unbroken.
Yep.
Presumably, that would mean that Artemis can't break it. Huh.
Is there any way to tell, like, who it says the proper person is or whatever?
There's nothing really there, but there's nothing really obvious about it. It just seems like a very dull seal, but because you got such a high score, you recognise it as literally it's basically hiding in plain sight. How easily it would be for the right person to just literally put a finger on it and it would just open, whereas anyone else would probably struggle.
Just for shits and giggles, I am going to put a finger on it and try to, gently try to open it.
You put a finger on it, there's a slight tingle through your finger, but nothing much else happens.
I want to give that a shot too.
Sure. Again, you put your finger on it, there's a small tingle, but nothing much else happens.
Okay.
All I can see in Age's thing is it says, King, a short break, and I'm like, yes, the King of short break. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
I just look at Tish and say, I guess we're not the right people.
I guess not. I wonder who is.
At this point, you're looking down, and Artemis seems to just sort of be talking to people, and then he seems to kind of like a sort of leather cloth with like maybe some sort of herbs inside it, just sort of lightly bops them on the head every so often, and they sort of bow to him, and he talks to them, and they leave, and he just keeps repeating this with other people as it goes along. Welcome back, King.
Where is?
I could hear you as I was. I had to stretch my legs.
That's fine.
Where is Lady Catherine?
Lady Catherine is in the queue to see Artemis.
Okay, so she hasn't gotten there yet.
No, not yet.
I'm hanging out by Lady Catherine.
Yeah, I would like to rejoin.
Okay.
I'd like to rejoin her.
Okay.
And
when
we get to Artemis, I would like to see if I can either smell or get any kind of hints as to what kind of herbs might be in that leather.
It would probably be a relatively high roll for considering all the sort of scents in the air, but you could do a foraging roll.
Real quick.
Alright, I was going to say, I have foraging, I have nature.
Nature actually probably better. What was that, AJ?
I said real quick, have you clicked off of something because the stream is frozen?
Oh, apologies. The stream is frozen. Let me just check.
It's all fixed now.
That should be fine. It's still frozen?
Not for me.
Not for me.
Okay, no, that's all on my end. Ignore me.
Oh, fuck.
No, what I
Damn you,
assume is
AJ.
all on my end. Whether it's working for everyone else. Oh, no, it's
Panicking
working.
there.
Refresh.
I was gonna say, it's
Sorry.
working fine for me.
It's working
AJ
now,
fucks
refresh.
up an entire stream.
That's just my channel.
Alright,
Sorry, carry on.
it's fine. Right, so you what'd you get on that roll?
I haven't rolled it yet. I was waiting to make sure the stream was still live.
Alright, cool.
So nature. Oh. I rolled a natural 1.
Natural
So
1.
5 altogether.
You again, there's just so much in the air There you smell. You just smell like. Oh, it must be just basically like salt. Basically, you basically get mixed up with the list earlier of spices, and you assume, that's the bag of spices that must have been ordered earlier. Because why else would there be a shortage of spice in this town unless all of it's being used to pop people on the head?
Yeah. That would make sense.
So as Lady Catherine gets to the front, she sort of very much swoons over Artemis, and she insists that young Jonathan goes first. And Artemis is just like, well, welcome in, my child. Yes, no problem. We will grant salvation, no problem. And he just sort of talks very nicely to them, and then just lightly just bops them on the head. And says, well, yes, thank you, my sir. Look at the child. And your mother, too. Yes, well, thank you, my dear lady. Thank you for bringing this wonderful child into our flock. And we're just going to, yes, let's just bop. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Away you go, then. That is fine. Next, please. And asks, any of you wish salvation?
I would step forward.
Okay.
And I will step
I'm
back.
right
Yes.
behind. I am right behind HTTP.
Just because I want to see what happens. That's all. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So he just kind of again just takes one of your hand and just looks you in the eyes and just talks to you and just this like sort of bop on the head. You barely feel it, and he goes, "There you go, my child. You are now free and you've granted salvation. There we are." And he goes to the next one of you and just again bops you on the head with this little bag. You barely feel it. He goes, "There we go. That is that done."
But do I feel any different?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You feel oddly calm. So
Interesting.
I know Crymson's stepping away from it. What's Lupine doing?
If there are shadows, I am in them.
Okay,
I
no
would
problem.
like to be in shadows.
That's fine, just to see if you want to get your head bopped or not, but if you're in shadows, that's
Not
totally
really.
fine. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. Alright. So, over the course of the next couple of hours, literally he works through this mammoth queue of people. And eventually he gets to the end and he goes, right, well, I guess that's my job done for the evening. I'm very tired, Brian. Let us a journey away from here. He goes, alright, miss, Ollie. Well, let's get out. So, is there anything else you want to do before the two of them leave?
I want to have been keeping an eye on if there was any change in the boy or anything like that.
Ever since the boy has his head bopped, actually no, ever since you kind of got there, someone had given the boy soup, and ever since the boy had the soup, he's a lot more hyperactive and seems to be eating anything he can get his hands on.
So he's not really that different.
No, he's more earlier he at least seemed to sort of
Lively.
wait for a moment before grabbing the food. Now he's just literally grabbing grass off the ground and eating it.
Wonder how much sugar's in this soup.
Yeah, I would like to look at any of the people who had the soup and see if they're acting the same way.
There were most of the people who were here seemed to have the soup, and most of them seems to be quite sort of. Most of them seem to be just quite calm about everything. They seem to be very kind of mellow.
Okay. I mean, everything looks fine to me, I guess.
No.
I mean, all I can say is maybe now she's been to visit him, now's the time to just convince the lady to leave.
Oh, how
I'm not
about
entirely sure I want to convince her to leave, though.
Well,
yeah?
that's true.
Well, we could ask her what she's gonna do now.
Okay.
So, can I walk up to her and be like, "So, what are you gonna do now that you've seen Artemis?"
Oh, well, now I've seen Artemis, I've realized what a strange life I have lived to this point. But I feel at ease with it all. I feel I can finally enjoy myself.
So, are you gonna go back
Oh
and live
no,
with your
no,
husband?
I would never go back with that. With such a disgusting blob of a man. No.
What about your son?
Oh, I'd never go with him either.
Well, I didn't. You're abandoning your child? Is that what you're
Oh,
saying?
no. Yeah, he will still travel with me and everything, but I think we might even settle down here. Maybe just follow Artemis for a while and just enjoy the stories he tells. I find a great comfort in them.
Well, sounds like this all wrapped up with a nice little package then.
Well then, let's escort Lady Catherine and Jonathan back to the mayor's house.
All right.
Yeah.
You escort them back to the mayor's house. The servants grumble, but give you somewhere to sleep for the night. And the next morning, you awaken to find the choices are the town square, the lighthouse, and just stay at the mayor's house. What would you like to do?
Maybe we
I'm.
ought to check out the lighthouse. But
Yeah. I kind of want to explore like those caverns. Can we do that?
Mm-hmm. You can go to the lighthouse and explore the caverns.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head off to the lighthouse. As you arrive, as you walk through the town square, you see the rest of the remaining of the stage has been thoroughly smashed into smithereens. And you notice Petal and Denise again taking the wood from it to build additional bits on the houses.
I was going to say, was it smashed to smithereens or was it just broken down enough that Petal and Denise can carry forward?
It looks like it's been smashed, but it also looks like they're taking the best big bits they can.
Gotcha.
So it does look like it's been smashed by like a cannonball.
Yep. So you walk to the lighthouse, and as you arrive, you hear the sound of snoring. And you look over to see, draped over the top of the cannon, the snoring body of Billy, who seems to be passed out with a clear bottle on the floor in front of him.
whereabouts was the cannon aimed?
The cannon at the moment seems to be aimed off, again, the same direction it was firing the other day off the cliff. But there is obvious marks in the ground like it's been wheeled somewhere else and back again.
Would that where it's aimed be the right angle to make those shipwrecks happen?
No, that was definitely the rocks that did that.
Okay, alright. I just was looking for a conspiracy.
Is there like a cloak nearby or something that I could drape over Billy?
Yeah,
he's...
there's obviously some sort of blanket that he's had before left out that is just lying around. As you do that, you see a couple of folk and Brian with them come over to let us go. All right, everyone. Sorry, we bought some barrels off Billy last night. Don't know if he remembers them, but yeah, we need to get them away sorted today. So if you excuse us, and they just go inside and they start wheeling a couple of barrels out of inside the lighthouse.
Can I sort of tell if they're like, I want to know if they're telling the truth or not, or if they're just stealing stuff.
They seem to, as you hear, there's definitely liquid inside the barrels. It's sort of sloshing around. But Brian's like, no, see? He sort of walks over to Billy and pokes the side of Billy, and you see there's a small bag of gold stuffed in his pocket. See?
Okay.
Here we go. He's still got the payment on him.
Can you tell me what's in those barrels?
Oh, fresh water. We're really lacking it recently. We can't really make the soup without it, you know?
Right. Does any of it go to the people? I mean, they need water too.
They're all getting the rest of the water. We're just taking some for the soup for tonight, because you know, if we take any more water, the well's not going to refill in time. We haven't had rain as well, so yeah. Hopefully, because Billy's been at the sea and all that, he has lots of barrels of fresh water lying around. We made sure that we asked him which ones he were, and he sort of told us. So we're not making sure we're not taking black powder or anything like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
What's the, while we've got you here, what's the deal with this soup?
Well, we've got mushrooms. And all you need to make mushroom soup is to throw it in water. And it seems to be quite nice for everyone. Everyone seems to enjoy it, and it goes round. So,
Fair enough.
I mean, there's like literally miles and miles of caverns underneath this lighthouse. I've only explored a little myself, but then again, I've known them since I lived here, and I've lived here most of my days. So, we just go a little deeper every time, find some more mushrooms, and then we make some more soup.
So do you get all the mushrooms from the caves?
Oh yeah. We go in and we take them all from there. It's a very calming experience,
I see.
We should have. I should be going down myself actually to get some for now. So yeah. I'll leave the boys to go take the water over, and I'm going to go down and get the mushrooms.
Right, do you need any help with that?
Well, it's always going. Yeah, sure. We can go down and find some more mushrooms.
Is everybody good with helping
Yeah.
find some mushrooms?
Yep.
It's a chance to see the mushrooms that they're using.
All right. All right. Well, let's go then.
And he closes the door to the lighthouse, and they head down and through the cave entrance, basically down. And instead of going the way that you saw the town council meeting, he goes through a sort of side passage that you wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't seen him go through it. And as you go through this, you basically just come into this massive cavern where there's just mushrooms growing everywhere. Literally, there's thousands and thousands of mushrooms in this massive cavern.
He goes, yeah, we take a good portion of each. So this one over here is very good for digestion. So it's good to have a couple of those in the mix.
And he just takes out a small sickle with his from his bag and starts just harvesting a couple of those.
Did we already look at what kind of mushrooms they are? Like if we know that they do something, anything specific?
There is literally thousands of mushrooms here, and there are but at least 30-40 different types. And there's some that
Okay.
Brian seems to sort of steer away from and go,
no, you don't want that one. We tried that one once. It made everyone go a bit black and white. So no, we don't use that one anymore.
Those are the ones that I'm quietly harvesting and tucking away in a bag.
fair enough. So he goes through, he explains a lot of the mushrooms to you as he goes through them all.
And he goes, and this is what we do, and
in here, and he walks over to one of the side walls, and again he pushes open a door that you wouldn't know was there if you didn't watch him do it.
This is where Artemis is. You getting up any time, sleepy boy?
And you just hear inside go, just a bit longer, Brian. I'm having a wonderful dream.
All right then. Well, anyway, is there anything else I can help you with?
I guess we could just
Another-
look
I don't
around
think
for stuff in the caves.
Yeah.
Just kind of wander around.
So
Hey, why does Artemis sleep down here in the caves?
Oh well, it's we sort of did it since he came back to the island. He used to try and sleep with his folks' place, but him and his brother don't see eye to eye. So he looked for somewhere to stay, and being as we are, sort of
Well, how's his brother?
quiet couple. We just I live down here. He just sort of moved in with me.
Who's his brother?
Oh, he's this. You might have seen him around town. Gerald, sort of scrawny kid. Really high pitched voice.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a scruffy looking.
Oh
beard, mustache.
yeah. Him and his brother don't see eye to eye for years. Ever since he came back, because the parents died, and Artemis came back to the island after going away, doing all these bubbly stuff, and ever since he came back, Gerald's been kind of sort of jealous of him. Wouldn't even let him live in the family home.
Trying to get him shot with cannon.
What?
Yeah, it does seem like the type to pay a man to fire a cannon at his brother.
Oh, come on, who would really do that? I mean, I know they've got bad blood and all, but I mean, they wouldn't fire a cannon at him. Come on. Plus, I like having him on here.
Didn't that just happen the other night?
Well, the other night was an accident, surely. I mean, who would fire a cannon at? Then again, the main stage was destroyed last night, so maybe there was just someone who was angry at the stage. I mean, don't know why, but I mean, if it gets destroyed when Armus isn't there, I mean, it must mean that it's not him, right?
Who's to say?
Well,
Yeah.
you may have a point. I bet you have to get cooking that soup. So
Oh, well, I've got a couple of hours yet. Need to go and, once Sleepyhead wakes up, we'll probably, maybe slowly head over.
all right. Well, if you don't mind, we're gonna go explore some more of these caves.
Yeah, that's fine. Just, you know your way out. If you get lost or any point, just come back with us. I'll be here sort of, heading tailing these while we're waiting.
All right. Thank you.
So just to recap, the lady doesn't want to go back with us. We haven't.
No, and I'm
really-
strangely comfortable telling her husband that she was killed by a stray cannon shot.
That's a way to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we break in? No. Could we take
Into
something from one of her
song.
cases as evidence that she was killed by a cannonball to present?
I'm fairly certain that if we speak with her and let her know that her husband sent us to bring her back, but we would be willing to just take something back to him and tell him that she and her son are no more, she would be rather cooperative with that.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some weirdness happening here with like brothers not liking each other and something to do with the mushroom thing. But otherwise, she seems pretty happy here.
Yeah, and who are we to say whether someone should go back home or not? Because, I mean, telling people to go back home when they don't want to go home is not cool.
It's true, she did come here of her own free will.
She's an adult.
So then we're done here.
I kind of feel like we might be done.
Could be, yeah.
So we came to get her. She don't want to leave. We're okay with that. So
We found her. She didn't want to leave. She seems happier here.
We got paid,
We already got paid.
sort
I
of.
think all that's left is a trip back to the mayor's house to get that trinket to return to what's his name. And
Yeah.
then we can be off.
Works for me. Provided we don't get hit by a cannon blast on the way.
Well, I just took Billy in, so he's probably gonna sleep for a while.
As you make your way back out of the caves, you see Billy sort of rolling around a lot on top of the cannon, going, "No, more black powder, more, bigger, bigger boom, bigger boom, bigger boom."
Oh, so he's just a fucking pyro.
Someone just like booms.
I'm sure it'll be
Nothing
fine.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm currently on a 1-year streak of not dying in the Halloween special, so I would like to keep that going if I can.
all right.
Getting blown up with the rest of the island is not really on my agenda.
All right. Well, you will see the end of the time slot there. So your choices are to stay at the lighthouse, to go to the town square, to go back to the sort of shipwrecks, go to the mayor's house, or go back to the docks.
I think we're just gonna go to the mayor's house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you head over to the mayor's house. As you arrive, you sort of hear a hushed discussion next door. So what is it? How does he get this to work? I don't understand. And as you sort of walk up to the door and push the door open, you see the mayor and the sort of youngish boy from before standing around the book you remember from the ceremony the night before, going, "But how does he make it glow? It must be a magic trick or something." Hello, Gerald, get rid of the book. Hello, apologies. How are you all?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just looking at old books. Old books.
Isn't that Artemis' book?
No. Of course not. Isn't that right, Gerald? It's not Artemis's book, isn't it? No, not at all. No. Yes, that's the stuff, Gerald. Right, yes.
Well, that's definitely Artemis's book. I know. I was looking at it very closely last night, and
And I think you're Artemis' brother, right?
Gerald, yeah. Aren't you also the one that wanted him taken care of and happened to tell Billy and gave Billy money maybe to fire a cannon at him?
At this point, you hear, no, wasn't me. I'd make him go higher pitch, but my microphone wouldn't pick him up. But yeah, he goes as high pitch as possible, and goes, no, wasn't me. No, wasn't me.
So why do you want to get rid of your brother so much?
I don't have a brother. Don't know what you're talking about. Don't have a brother. Yes, and even if he had a brother and the brother had gone away and done these preposterous things abroad, I mean, coming back here and just waltzing in expecting to get his parents' house, I mean, what kind of fool does that?
And why would you care?
I mean,
This is the mayor.
I have no idea. I have no idea what house I'm talking about. No, not at all.
I'd love to know what house you're talking about, Gerald. Where do you live?
Now where?
Gerald, do you live here?
There's no house.
Gerald, I don't know what to say. At this point, Gerald is visibly starting to sweat. Like you can see
Brilliant
proper
idea. We should
blobs of
also
sweat
talk to
pouring
Father
down his head.
Lysander.
What was that, sorry?
Listen, I think we should all go talk to Father Lysander because he's been here forever. He would know who
That's true. He has been
And
here for
where-
quite some time in the basement,
everyone lives.
attending to his business.
Do we have to talk to the Yanni guy, though?
I think we do.
Okay.
At this point, the
Fine.
mayor is again just sort of looking very shifty, and he too is starting to sweat quite a lot. At this point, you hear, "I'll be up in a moment, just running up the stairs." You gonna do anything while
I'm not getting Nikolai every time you do that voice. I want to yawn.
Look, yeah. it's a yawn
It's a
in human form.
on voice. After about 10 minutes, the priest is finally at the top of the stairs and goes, "Ah, welcome everyone. I heard my name and came running. What could I help you with?"
Hello. I'd like to know, before the mayor moved in here, who lived here?
Oh, it was a wonderful family. Gerald, it was your parents, wasn't it? They used to run this island.
Oh, I see. I
Yes,
see.
they lived here for quite a long time. Till the younger brother left to go. He always loved the sound of scripture. He was a wonderful child. He learned a lot about it from me, really, when I was a younger priest. Before he set off on his journey over the seas. Love him to come back. He was a wonderful chap.
He is back.
What? No. If he came back, I'd have met him, surely.
Oh no.
No, he's-
Have you seen Artemis?
No, that's not the same gentleman, is it?
Oh, it is.
It can't
It
be.
very much is.
He's just... No, it would be about that age. I never thought of that. I just thought he was some traveling cook.
No.
Oh, well, that's a wonderful thing. I shall greet him with open arms next time I speak to him.
So, if Artemis is back, doesn't that mean this is his house?
Well, I mean, it was his house before it became the mayor's house, yes. I suppose it would pass in succession. It is the mayor's house of holding rather than actually being owned.
Oh, so the mayor doesn't own the house. He just stays in the house until the proper owner returns.
At this point, you hear, "Shut up, you old fool!"
Don't you talk to him like that.
Yes.
The mayor is standing with his mustache twitching. It's like,
Maybe we should go get Artemis, or like, could your your butler's really slow though.
At this point, the butler comes through the door with a small bag and offers it to Crymson. Going, "I found your spices.
Wasn't
See
that
what I mean?
yesterday?
I was running
It
as
was.
fast as I could. It's a steep hill."
Thank you. I don't know why that makes me more sad.
Sorry, my brain is shutting down. Yes, perhaps getting Artemis to. We need to have this. This is a conversation that needs to be had. I think.
I think we need to go get him somehow.
I'll go get him.
All right.
All right. So you, at this point, I'll just let you just wander over to the caves. At this point,
So the party just run off.
yeah, as you get to the caves, you see Brian and Artemis coming out, and Brian goes, "Oh, we just over to the farmyard to start work on stuff."
We need both of you to come up to the mayor's house.
Why?
Because, one, Artemis's brother has the book. Artemis's book.
Oh,
Two, Lysander didn't know Artemis was home. And says that the house rightfully goes to him.
oh, well, I suppose you all right with that? With that, Artemis?
Oh, yeah.
And again, so yeah, the two of them just walk with you. And again, as you get up there, the two of them are still walking hand in hand as they get up to the mayor's office. And as they walk in, you hear,
Artemis, my boy, I didn't realize it was you.
And the priest very slowly moves over and hugs him. And at this point, Artemis goes, "So I hear my book's here. Whereabouts is it?" And the mayor has still been standing there the whole time, sweating.
Yeah, I will happily point it out to him because I have not let it out of my sight.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what I'd have done without it. He picks up the book. And at this point, Gerald goes, "You're not special. You're not special at all. Just 'cause Father liked you."
Well, I mean, Gerald, we have our problems, but, you know, I forgive you for all the times you left me out in the cold, or you trapped me outside in the rain, or all the times you just were basically a jerk.
Or the time he hired someone to shoot you with a cannon.
Yes, that
What?
was who.
What's that, Gerald? They're lying. I mean, I'm your brother. I wouldn't hire anyone to shoot you with a cannon.
You would do it yourself?
No.
I'm gonna take a book and I'm gonna smack Gerald over the head with it.
Fair. You clunk him on the head, he just collapses to the floor really easily. The mayor is like frozen in place and just goes, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't even know they were related. I'm just an innocent bystander.
No, you're not. You were saying to him before we walked in, how does he make the book glow?
Well, I obviously wouldn't do that. It's someone else's property. I wouldn't touch that.
But you did touch it, and the house is technically somebody else's property, and you're living in it. So
That part.
Oh God.
you're terrible at this. Did anybody tell you?
I go with what's best for the town. The town
What's
doesn't need all
best
these
for
people running in here.
What's best for the town is the person who inherited to live here. That's how that works.
I mean, look at him. He's there. That sort of tattered robes. He doesn't need the lifestyle that needs a house like this.
He's bringing people peace and comfort every night. He's teaching people how to get along with one another.
I mean, what kind of act
And
is
he's
that?
not what
I mean, who really would do such a thing? I mean, surely people need to have more self-respect.
You don't seem like you're doing a lot for other people this town either.
I look after all their well-being. Everyone that comes to this small village has to be looked after by me. I mean, I'm responsible. I'm the best person. You know, I make sure there's food on
You
the table.
don't even have cheese and ham that tastes good, and there's no seasoning in your entire house. How is that responsible? You have the slowest butler I've ever met, and like a decrepit priest you're forcing to live in the basement.
I mean, the stairs are good for him. They're keeping him fit.
No, they're not good for him. You know what? Okay? I got on a goddamn boat. I came from wherever to here. It was 3 days. We've been here. We've seen some shit. A lot of people got killed that didn't need to be killed. Nobody seems to care about that, especially you. And at the end of all of this, I haven't stabbed anybody in days, and I really want to. So I can either stab you and just move on, or I can let you live. And you can just say, hey, I'm wrong. Remember, we're going to own up to it. That's what people are into nowadays. What did you say that was? It goes that's how you go virus. That's how you go virus, man.
Turn 45 degrees to the left. You jump 90 degrees. No, 90 degrees to the left, 180 degrees to the right. I forget all the moves. I'm not one
Wiggle
of
your
them
hips,
yet.
turn 90 degrees to the right, wiggle your hips again, jump, and then whoever is responsible takes their hood off and says, "It was me."
That's it. That's the move.
We could probably skip all of the moves and just get to the part where you say, "It was me.
Or I can stab you. I really think that everybody's on board with this. Are we okay with this?
Would it
Yes,
be a
I'm
fatal
a little
stabbing?
distracted thinking of how overloaded my old-timey stock ticker has been getting in my absence, so this definitely seems like the most...
Everybody's okay with me stabbing you. Everybody. Wait, I turn the old father around, Lysander. I'm like, you just stay there for a second. See, everybody's fine with it.
That's what Artemis is going like, well, I mean, I'm not one
Turn
to...
Artemis around.
Artemis is just sort of standing going, I'm not one to offer absolution, but I could give absolution after a stabbing. I mean, it would be granting relief. I mean, I could look the
I
other
don't feel
way.
any sin for it, but thank you, Artemis. This is a good thing. I'm doing a good deed here.
If you're not comfortable with the bloodshed, you could always go start your soup and take that book with you, and we'll be along shortly.
Okay. At this point, Brian comes in and goes, yeah, we're gonna have to get a move on, I'm afraid, Artemis. The stuff's running out a bit. And Artemis leans down, kisses Brian on the cheek and goes, you go ahead, Brian, I'll be along shortly. Oh, alright, no problem.
Oh, wait, hey, Brian.
That's
Brian,
what it is, isn't it? That's what it is.
What?
The mayor. Wait.
You just
Why doesn't Gerald like his brother? Why doesn't the mayor like Artemis?
I don't know.
Could be any reason.
Because he loves Brian.
Does it bother you?
Nope. I'm perfectly fine with it.
Brian,
That doesn't sound like you're fine with it.
Can you drag Gerald, whatever the fuck his name is, could you drag him to the field, and when everybody shows up, can you let them know that we all heard him pay Billy to shoot a cannon at his brother, thus causing the death of like the 30 people?
Oh, I suppose, would that help, or just,
It would help a lot. It would be really cool.
And then after you tell them, just turn around for a couple of minutes and let whatever's going to happen. Okay?
Oh, well, I suppose so. Sure.
Okay.
And he goes. He picks up the unconscious body of Gerald, and he he sort of fleets out of the room, leaving you alone with the mayor. Well, alone with the mayor and Artemis, but Artemis is also kind of leaving as well.
Now, I would recommend, if you wish to resolve this peacefully, Mr. Mayor, maybe perhaps may consider moving to a different mayoral residence, vacating the premises. I hear Mr. Peddle has built some fabulous new additions to their accommodations recently, which I'm sure you could live in while something new was found for you.
Starts going very pale and goes, I think I'll take a walk to the docks and have a
Alternatively,
see
there are ships leaving.
Yes,
We could always hold him down and shave his mustache off.
No, I must object to that. That's crossing a line.
No, you shh. Turn around, Colin. Turn around.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve such a mustache.
No, you
Such
don't.
a glorious mustache.
You don't deserve it. And if I can't stab you, I'm taking your mustache.
After about a good half an hour of no, please, no, and going through various designs with a very sharp blade.
So I can't hear whether. Back or not.
No, we're done. You can turn around. It's fine.
Yes, the mayor is sitting there, blood soaked his upper lip, which is now bald. He looks a shadow of his former self already.
It wouldn't have happened if he would have just held still.
Yeah, that's really your fault. I'm a very good with a knife.
No blood needed to be shed.
Her hand was so steady.
But you were just a whiny bitch, so this is kind of what happened.
Well, I suppose I'd better get off to the presentation. So, but yes, just before I go, does any of you wish to be re-forgiven for sins or anything?
Nah, I'm good with my sins. We live together. We cuddle
yeah.
every day.
Tasia's just gonna give him a giant hug.
All right. Well, thank you all. I will speak to you all later tonight. And he leaves. And we get into the evening slot. I take it you're going to the farmland to go see this gathering?
Before we do that, we do still
yeah.
need to speak with Lady Catherine
That's very true. Lady Catherine is there. She...
Oh, yeah.
and convey to her our plans.
Okay. What is the plan?
The plan is to tell her husband that her and Jonathan were either
Killed.
one lost
Were
in a shipwreck
cannoned.
or B,
Shipwreck is
cannoned.
easier, I think.
Yeah.
Shipwreck would be easier.
Yeah, shipwreck is good. We could take one of her bags, hold it to water, tear it up a little bit, and then
Right. Right. We should.
Make it look like it washed up.
yeah.
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 All right.
I'd hate to do it to such a, I assume, a nice looking bag. I really don't do
Is she receptive to that?
She is completely receptive to anything. She's like, oh, if it means I don't have to go back, then wonderful.
If you don't want to go back, you shouldn't have to go back.
Yes, that is totally fine.
I give her half of the money that half of my portion of the money that we were given at the start.
Okay.
I give up for all of my share, for I am.
Well, fuck you. Then I give her all my share. You can put up me,
Don't you
goddammit.
out charity me?
and one more gold because
I
had
am
it.
already a billionaire. I do not require such poultry.
I would like to hand her a ball bearing.
Ah, the richest
I'm going to
prize.
give her. I'm going to give her the wreath of wildflowers that is around my head, and a string of beads from around my neck, and a kiss on the cheek.
Nice.
Nice.
I will give her an AOL trial disc as well.
You mean a
They're worth
poster.
gold now. Oh God. So.
Cosplay once where somebody made armor out of them.
Oh God. I can imagine so. All right. So you leave the mayor's house and you make your way down to the farmland.
Oh God.
You notice the soup is being made. And as the soup is being made, there's loads more people than you remember being here. And Artemis is wandering through the crowd, just sort of bopping people as he does, while the soup's being made. At this point, you hear a very drunk snarling coming from nearby. What do you want to do? Actually, everyone roll me an awareness check. Let's do this for... It's a proper everyone roll. We haven't done an everyone roll in a while.
I'm sure this will go well. 8.
So, just
8 as well.
straight awareness. Okay. I got a 13.
Okay.
So is it my stat plus my roll?
Yep, your stat plus your roll.
9.
9. Go. All right. With the 13, you hear the sort of glugging and the sort of light spit and swearing, and you look at the back of the crowd and you see on a small hill nearby this drunken figure swigging from a bottle in front of a large cannon. What do you want to do?
Is the cannon pointed at the stage?
Cannon's pointed at the stage.
Oh God! I just rushed the rush.
I'm gonna go
didn't
back
get the 13.
and say, hi. I bet it's Billy. Hi, Billy.
I won't miss this time, don't worry. As soon as he's on, boom.
Can you shoot it out over the water instead?
I've coin. Small coin. For shooting.
I'll give you
yeah,
more coin if you shoot elsewhere, like over the water.
We'll give you coin if you never shoot at people again.
And I'd have 2 coin. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's playtime.
Maybe I have something which is worth more than 2 coin. 3 coin.
At this point, Billy just sits down and is just holding the coin. He's just like,
Maybe it'll all work out after all.
Can we, like, push the cannon so that it's not facing the stage?
yeah. You can push the can so it's not facing the stage.
Or a house, or
How is
a building.
Yeah.
the cannon currently situated? Is it like on a hill?
It's on a hill, but you can like tilt it so it like just fires off into the distance.
to a cliff that maybe if we were to give the cannon a good shove, it would just roll down the hill
Yeah.
and off a cliff
It would.
and would no longer be an issue.
I don't want to take away Billy's booms, though.
Okay, that's fair. We won't do that.
Okay.
We'll just aim it out over the water then.
I'd like to aim it out over the water, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you aim it over the water, and as time goes on, eventually Artemis appears. He does his small sermon. He says, "Before I do the book, I just have one thing to give to someone. I have this scythe to give to you. There we go. Right. If anyone has not had absolution that would like it, this is your final time to please come forth." And about 2 people run up on stage, and he just sort of bops them. And he goes, "Right, well, I suppose it's time. Let us be at peace." And you hear a small snap as the page turns over. The light shines again from the book. For HTTP and I can't remember the name of Sharona's character, everything begins to go a bit
Pleasure.
weird. The lighthouse goes out. You begin to see yourself in third person and just slowly rising upwards. As you see a lot of other sort of people just rising upwards.
Being uploaded to the cloud.
Can I just roll a resist magic roll?
Whereas Lupine and Crymson's characters are just sort of watching as this sort of spectral form of people just seems to be rising upwards towards the last remaining light as the clouds darken. The
I feel like
seas,
Zester and I look at each other and we're like, huh,
the seas begin to bubble
look at that.
as everyone rises up to the clouds, and the final clouds just covering everything in darkness and steam as the seas are bubbling. Some of you have saved yourselves, some of you haven't, but you have not saved the world.
Oh, so I had a good ending. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, now we can find Cthulhu.
We'll find Cthulhu Rises at the end, because why the fuck not?
yeah.
Woo!
The horsemen
Sex,
ride
cult,
out, and
sex,
Cthulhu
cult.
rises.
Damn, that means I got the bad ending. Away from this next call.
So yes, that is the Halloween special. But yes, we'll go back through everyone once again.
Yay!
Who are you? Where are you from? And where can people find you? Starting with AJ.
It's me, AJ. You can find me most places as at AJ Heretic because I am,
You did it?
or AJ Heretic 666 because I'm a 14-year-old Slipknot fan in 2003. Yeah.
All the ages.
Or you can just go to pretendingwithdice.com. That's probably the best place because it just has links to everything that's actually good that I do.
And also you've got a Bandcamp page, AJ.
Don't you have a Bandcamp?
I
Yeah.
do, but there's like nothing good on there.
There's some music.
Did you do your music,
But there's
AJ?
it's there.
Bandcamp.com /Adam Johnston UK.
Yep, it's in chat.
if I remember correctly.
AdamJohnsonUK.bandcamp.com.
I haven't
Hey,
put anything
so-
new on there
But
for
yes,
ages.
Edgy, to do your own music, you haven't told us.
It's impossible to even tell. Like,
Oh, he does. He
Oh, he
does his
does?
own
Oh, that's-
music. And he also does the music for the podcast. So yeah, go ahead and check that out.
And he also did the logo
you can
for
find
this.
me promoting AJ
He also
in both his Twitch stream and the Penance stream, and
yeah.
pretty much
he
everywhere else.
also did the overlay that you can see here, and he does the logo for this year as well.
which
So
hasn't been seen yet.
it hasn't, but Dragon has it, and she's working to put it up.
Good.
But yes, once again, thank you for doing that for Major. Next we have Lupine.
Hi, I'm Lupine. You can usually hear me on the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. You can also hear me on the oh shoot, I forgot the direction again.
That way.
Pretending with
Other way.
Dice? That way.
Yeah.
That way.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can hear me on Pretending with Dice soon, coming up.
This week, this Thursday.
Well, okay. And yeah, if you want to leave me a note or perhaps buy me coffee, you can go to my Linktree, which is Linktree/Lupine Vendetta, all one word. Don't worry, me, I'll put it in chat.
Cool. If it doesn't work for any reason, send it to me, and I'll put it in chat. Then we have Crymson.
Hi. This week, Real Money Gaming is raising money from the 21st to the 31st for the Stonewall Community Foundation. Our goal is $1,000, so if you can help us with that, that would be great. If we hit $1,000, I will eat the world's hottest chocolate bar live because I love you and hate myself. Other than that, you can see me on That Which Can Eternal Lie, which is a TTRPG on Real Money Gaming. You can see me on my channel, and then when I pop up in Twitch chat and stuff like that. So, yay!
Alright. And finally, we have Sharona.
Hi there. You can usually find me in either the Penance Twitch chat or Pretending with Dice Twitch chat or Lovecraft Tapes Twitch chat or watching Crym stream. I live in other people's chats.
And we love it!
And I will be promoting AJ heavily pretty much everywhere. Expect that because he doesn't do it
I didn't
himself.
do it myself.
So, if you see somebody by the name of Bad Bantha on Blue Sky or Twitter or Facebook pushing Pretending with Dice, that's me.
Alright.
I do appreciate it.
And as ever, I am Penance RPG. We do TTRPGs, we do indie horror games, and we do co-op games. And this has been the Halloween 2023 group. Quickly do our streams for ending before I go off and answer any questions anyone has about the game. Because we do it off stream because there is another couple of groups coming with this. As for ourselves, our next streams are tomorrow night. Myself and Rowan are doing some more Echo, which is the LGBT horror game, for some reason disguised as a furry dating sim, but it's fucking no, it's wonderful and I'm loving it. Genuinely one of the most intriguing horror games I've ever played in my life. I genuinely love it.
What's it called?
Echo. It's disguised as a furry dating sim. It looks like a furry dating sim, but when you actually get to the end of the game, it's got a really good understanding of horror. The only thing it does have is it does basically use fag a lot. That's the big swear word it uses, but that's the only one it actually uses in term. Everything else is very much like, I know the worry you had with the game before, that's why I'm saying this, but nothing like that happens in this, so yeah. Yeah. But Echo is a very, very good game. Apart from the obvious word it uses. Anyway, apart from that, that's Monday. Tuesday, there's no stream in the evening. There is a Halloween episode in the late night, which should be 1 a.m. to like
BST.
1 a.m. BST onwards. That should be Dice Annotate Life. There's 3 people signed up for it, so it should go ahead. The Wednesday is gaming with Crymson. Crymson, what time are we doing gaming on Wednesday?
6 p.m. Eastern, so that's 1 a.m. your time?
1 a.m. our time, no problem.
No, wait. 6, 6, 7,
11
7, 8, 8,
11.
9, 9 to 10, 10 to 5. Okay, 11 p.m.
11
Sorry.
p.m. our time. Okay. Yeah, me and Meow should hopefully be out for that. Then Thursday, we'll be back to normal. We're back to doing indie horror. Again, I know there's a new First Fathom game out, which I'm hoping won't be as shit as the last couple of ones, but we'll probably be playing it on Thursday. Friday will be Distrust, and then Sons of the Forest if AJ is up for it. That'll be us doing co-streaming again. And then Sunday next week is Dark Tide. So yeah, that is our crazy week of nonsense stuff we have ahead.
Busy week.
So yeah,
It's a crazy week.
we will be doing this as always, and hopefully we'll have fun doing it. So yeah, just looking who we can raid into. I think the best person on that we can raid into is probably Commander Dupe, because they are. I'm looking at adverts already. They're still doing Sekiro.
Okay, so Commander Jupe is on her 3rd day of her charity group. So she's a member of Real Women Gaming, but she's a member of PSI Hope. They're doing a charity event this week as well, and this is the 3rd day. She's done the game she's playing 12 hours a day for the past 3 days, and they've raised over $2,000 so far. So this is her last day, and she said she's going to sleep all day tomorrow.
Yep, I could totally understand that. I mean, if I did 12 hours of Sekiro a day, I'd be burned out. But yes,
if she's not crying, I will be shocked.
Yeah, let me just remember how to spell their name. There we go. So yeah, we'll wait over to them. So we'll go and share the love to them. So yes, until next time, folks, you all take care. Have a great rest of your time. Thank you again to my guests on this evening.
Bye.
You're all wonderful fucking people, and I love you all. So yeah, take care, folks. Catch you later. Good night.
Bye-bye.